house already try. Oh, beautiful counter to the takedown. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A disadvantage to Zyaf, but then he...
A little too much on Trixie. Nice shooting, good turning.
Watching on Twitch, watching on YouTube, watching from around the world tonight. I know the UFC isn't on right now, but guess what? The virtual octagon is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESFL Gaming Network for ESFL 132, Zyaf versus SpilActionzz. This card is sure to deliver exciting matchups from top to bottom. Joining me in the booth is, as always, one of the best in the business, Bruce Lee. Rob, how are we doing today?
Doing well, feeling well, ready to watch some virtual fight athletes go at it here on the PS side. How you doing, Bane? How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? We're in for a treat.
We're in for absolutely a treat. I mean, we've got at the top of the card, the main event, the billing is the former champion himself, Zyaf, after losing not one, but both of the titles, able to bounce back and, trying to put himself back into that contention. But, I mean, Rob, he's got a serious contender against him in SpilActionzz.
He does. SpilActionzz is looking to make a run after the dominant performance against Stoyan last card, and, Zyaf is back for redemption, back for his belt. He said, SpilActionzz, you've been keeping it warm for me, mate, but it's time for that to come back to the young prodigy's bedroom. So, yeah, exciting stuff. Spill's a beast, though. It's going to be tough.
A couple other matchups that we want to highlight for you before we really get into the action is, first and foremost, that co-main event, Kratos versus Ed Parker. Ed Parker undefeated this season, so is Kratos. And, Ed's one of those guys that is known in the community. He's dangerous, he's lethal, he is a killer, and not a lot of people want to step across from him in the octagon. Kratos MMA calls him out, says, I want that challenge, I want that opportunity. This is a massive moment for Kratos. Let's see if he can capitalize. I will say, Rob, somebody's O does have to go in this one.
Yes, and we're about to find out in that co-main event whose O is going to be eliminated, and you got to have some gonads, Bane, if you're going to call out the legendary quicksand striker in Ed Parker. But that shows that Kratos has confidence in himself, and he's ready to go, and he's well trained, so it's gonna be such a wonderful co-main event. I cannot wait.
Few other guys that I want to mention just from the days of calling it UFC Turkey, self-proclaimed #1 UFC 4 player in Turkey. You've got Samurai Robin versus Bang Bang. I don't think that one's going to make it out of the first round, in my opinion. And then at the top of the card, somebody I love to talk about, it's Morbid Madlad back in here. He has lost, I think, 6 or 5 consecutive fights. Let's see if he can get into the win column finally against Gavin War. Rob, any names that are popping off the page for you?
You know what? The ones that you told me already are popping out to me, man. I mean, the fight that I'm really looking at that is not the main event, that's not the co-main event. There's 2 fights, actually. You got Samurai Robin versus Bang Bang, and that's going to be just explosive. You don't want to miss that one. 2 strikers that are going to come forward and try to knock each other out. It's going to be beautiful. But Kamapulia War, like you said, Bane, versus UFC Turkey. And this UFC Turkey guy has shown that he is one of the most skilled up-and-coming guys that we have. He lost his last fight to Samurai Robin, but he's looking to bounce back in a big way in Kamapulia. Woohoo! Crazy pressure, world-class timing. Those are some key fights that I cannot wait to see, Bane. Let's get it!
Talking about not waiting, let's get right into this matchup. First on the docket, the number 38 ranked Gavin War steps inside the ESFL Octagon against the number 29 ranked Morbid Madlad. Each of these guys is hungry for their first win of the season. I will say, Gavin War, unlucky loss against Pressure in somewhat of a must-win situation. 0-2 this season. Anytime you go 0-3 in a singular season, Rob, I mean, that's kind of a concerning moment for you. Morbid Madlad dominated his last fight against Samurai Robin. Similarly, needs a win.
Yeah, both guys have not received a victory yet this season. Both guys talented, though, at the bottom of this prelim bill, and they need a win right now. It looks like we're going into the welterweight division. Jorge Masvidal being selected by Gavin, and Morbid Madlad going with the Conor McGregor pick. This looks like it's going to be a striker's delight, Bane.
Miami's own Gamebred and the Orthodox on that left side. Kind of the Notorious McGregor southpaw on the right. Morbid Mad Lad, right? We all know him as a grappler by trade, but recently he's fallen in love with the hands. For better or worse, he has really adopted a striking game plan. And I'm gonna say it hasn't necessarily worked out, but you can never look past the power of the Notorious Conor McGregor, can you?
You cannot. He's got some lethal punches in there, but Jorge Masvidal as well. 95 power, 95 speed. He's very, very good at striking too. So both these guys possess some powerful punchers here, and this is going to be an exciting fight. Here we go.
Now with this stance, right, you got Orthodox versus Southpaw. That opens up a full arsenal of attacks. That right hand from Masvidal, right down the middle, that's open to him. But the left hand of McGregor.
Oh, man, did you see that?
Big moment, big whiff from Morbid Mad Lad.
Good head movement so far by Morbid, landing the more vicious strikes, starting those combinations with that straight punch, and you're seeing, or excuse me, Gavin War, you're seeing Morbid Mad Lad throwing these really wild head kicks and trying to get a beat on Gavin, but Gavin just looks like he's in charge right now. Look at that slip right hook right there, Bane. Oh my goodness, that was clean.
Beautiful head movement inside the pocket. Gavin War is just decimating Morbid Mad Lad so far. Would love to see maybe a clinch attempt, right? Try to tie him up, close this distance at range. I think Gavin War is going to do what Gavin War has historically done. Pick people apart.
Woo. Pick people apart, but right there, the pivots of Gavin doing well and Morbid starting to fade a little bit. And you're seeing Gavin getting more and more comfortable as this round is progressing.
You know, I like the pressure that Morbid's trying to implement, right? He's trying to be the aggressor. He's staying in front, but he's not setting much up, right? That head kick, he's thrown it 3 or 4 times now. It hasn't landed a single time because he's throwing it naked. Gavin War's a highly talented player. He can see that coming from a mile away. Good teeth right to midsection. Shot right there, though, for Morbid on the inside.
Good shot from Morbid. And now Morbid really trying to land some big punches here, but just so much head movement from Gavin. Gavin really avoiding just everything. Oh, beautiful spinning back kick to the body. Buckles Morbid Mad Lad. Now he's in trouble. He's trying to swing for his life, but a pull. Gavin's looking for the kill. Shot.
Masvidal knee right there. Almost connected. Massive shot to body, then an overhead from Morbid. That's what he needs to do. Mix up the levels, right? Attack the midsection. That head movement is going to work in reverse fashion for Gavin War if Morbid adopts some strikes to the liver.
Definitely. We saw that beautiful spinning back kick land flush on Morbid. And now Morbid just swinging with no air. Justin Bieber, where you at? Oh!
These Morbid
Clips him.
Definitely not saying
Oh,
sorry.
stings him.
Down.
Oh my God, Bane. He's coming for the kill round 1. He goes for the flying knee, but gets clipped right in the face.
Morbid Mad Lad somehow staying in this one, but he has taken a ton of punishment. 45 seconds remain. Can Morbid Mad Lad? It does a rolling thunder.
Morbid Mad Lad has abandoned all technical ability here. He's just swinging, mashing the controller with anything he can throw right now, and he's completely and totally gassed himself out in round number 1, and this is not looking good for you Morbid Mad Lad fans, Bane. Not looking good at all.
It definitely is a tough outing, but look, this is massive right hand to the body, check left upstairs, down goes Morbid for a 3rd time. I will say through 5 minutes, that was a tough outing for Morbid Mad Lad, but you gotta say the power of McGregor's always there, and the gamesmanship never goes away. Morbid Mad Lad giving him all that he can handle in the confidence department, maybe not in the striking department though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's feeling good, but I don't know how good he's gonna feel when his head meets the canvas this round. I think he's gonna go down. The head of his low, and Masvidal unleashing the combinations.
Jumping switch kick right there, but you can see, right, Gamebred is just the combinations. Big spinning wheel kick to the dome. Can he get him out of there?
Man, that was nasty. And now Gavin coming forward, throwing some big punches, but still being defensively aware. Oh, what a slip right there, and 2 wild punches by Morbid Mad Lad just completely from Timbuktu.
You can see Gavin War's strikes have eclipsed over 50. McGregor at 26. There is the takedown from Morbid Mad Lad. Let's see what he can do with Gavin War off of his back. Gavin trying to maybe pump that full mount and full guard. Gets a reversal route.
Yeah, right away, Gavin reverses the position. Now, postured up. He's going to try to land some bombs here, but he's going to actually elect to stand up. Tries to go for a body kick, but a little bit out of range. And Morbid does not have that much gas left, Bane. This is getting scary.
It definitely is dire for England zone 2.
Bang!
Game bread! Gavin War secures his first win of the season. Beautiful finish, Rob.
Yeah, that was a vicious, emphatic finish right there. And with, Game Bread Masvidal right there, the flying knee, boom, lands flush out cold there. He friggin' catapults McGregor, a.k.a. Morbid Mad Lad, to the nether realm.
Talk about a beautiful intercepting strike as well. Right when Morbid was trying to throw, I don't know if it was a leg kick or whether it was intended to smack to the midsection. Just a fantastic jump opportunity, comes in with a knee and sends Morbid Mad Lad to sleep. I will say, a lot of people might question Morbid Mad Lad's existence within this promotion, but you cannot refute the fact that anytime he steps inside the octagon, it is must-watch TV. It's fun, it's entertaining, it is exciting in my opinion. Maybe not technical, Rob, but boy, I do always love watching Morbid Mad Lad get in there.
He comes out and he throws a lot of punches, some of them in range, a lot of them out of range. He's got a wild style, and he might be exciting, but man, he just got obliterated by Gavin, and now that puts Morbid Mad Lad at 0-2. So he could collect himself and come back for one more, maybe. We'll see, but Gavin finally getting that win, 1-2. Now he's gonna be able to keep building the momentum, and we saw he was for real. He was starting his combinations off of that straight, throwing some vicious shots, really doing a good job with the spinning back kick to the body. We saw that buckle Morbid early, Bane, and just an impressive performance to open up our night here in the Esports Fight League prelims.
There's a couple things to really unpack as well. Gavin War ranked number 38 coming into this one. He fought the number 19 ranked pressure, top 20 opponent, and was doing good work, right? That was a competitive back and forth bout until it wasn't. And so Gavin War being deep in the rankings maybe is deceptive, right? Maybe he should be ranked significantly higher, but he'll definitely get a chance to up those rankings. And one thing you mentioned, right? Morbid Mad Lad style, it's wild, it's fun, but you have to work to your strengths. This kid's got great grappling. He's got really good submission offense, and he's not using it. I think when you get to the ESFL, you need to really look in the mirror and go, okay, what am I good at in this game? What can I improve on, certainly, but what are my strengths? And focus on those. Integrate them. Implement them. And if you don't do that, you might be looking at a similar performance as what we just saw. So I think for these guys, recognize what got you to the show and continue with it, Rob.
No doubt. You got to do what you got to do, and, if your striking is looking a little rough, just work on it, and until then, go for the takedown, right, Bane? Go for the takedown.
Talking about takedowns, we might have no grappling in this one between two strikers. Ungodly War, ranked number 32, taking on Pressure, number 19. The War incumbents continue. We're dropping a couple pounds, though, to featherweight 145-pound action. Ungodly War, 1-2 this season. Won his last fight against LW High Roller, where both were 0-2. Needs a win there, got the job done. We'll see if he can get it done tonight. Pressure fighting his former teammate from AK. So we've got some bad blood, some good blood potentially. Don't know what the history is between these guys, but anytime you're fighting campmates, Rob, there is just an intimate atmosphere that can't be replicated elsewhere.
For sure, you've fought before, you've trained before, you know the tendencies, but there has been some time that has passed between these guys and their training time. So who's grown more, who's adapted more, who's got more tools in the shed at this point, and we're about to see tonight in this fight who that man is going to be. Pressure now, ranked number 19. Ungodly War, ranked number 32. Big opportunity for the War Camp, for Ungodly, to prove that he can keep up with this guy, Pressure. And Pressure, woo-hoo! He brings a lot of great boxing, and like you said, manages his range effectively. And I can't wait for this fight. Volkanovski versus McGregor. It's going to be tough. Ungodly War really needs to keep his range, pick his shots, watch the takedown, and for my Pressure, he just needs to go crazy, open up with some calf kicks, and really make this fight wild.
You can see the existing history between these two, 11 wins to one side, 14 to the other. Hard to put stock in the numbers without context, but I will say that seems pretty dead even in the sparring department. Touch of gloves to get us started at 145 pounds for our second bout of the evening. McGregor lands early.
He's putting that pressure on early, too. Ungodly War standing his ground, hitting with that straight and the body kick as well. There's mob Pressure trying to find his range. There's the front kick.
A lot of people talk about McGregor's power, but Alexander the Great Volkanovski packs a punch, certainly when he lands.
Woo! Definitely, and he's able to pack on a lot of punches. His volume, his output, his cardio. What is his cardio now, featherweight? Like 99? It's insane or something like that after the update.
My stats reflect 97, but I do think that
Okay.
it's been boosted. I've got some outdated numbers potentially, but that was a great defense right there from Ungodly War. The takedown. You can see that Volkanovski had that single. He was right in the pipe, but ultimately could not finish it.
Yeah, now he's getting backed up, and these powerful shots from Ungodly War are definitely earning the respect. Mob pressure going for that takedown, but it's denied by Ungodly War. Then he connects with the uppercut on the break. Good stuff so far from Ungodly War.
And that's just not what you want to take from McGregor, right? A massive knee to the head and then an uppercut on the exit. 3 minutes remain in this first round, and I have to think Ungodly War did a bit more work inside the pocket, but pressure certainly not out of this one.
No, not yet. Still early in the round. Stamina still even. It just seems like Mob Pressure is having some trouble dealing with these punches from McGregor, and the nose now a little bit busted up. That left hook, see, it's hard to trade with McGregor on the inside like this. It's really tough.
Oh! Slip uppercut lands. Volkanovski down.
He's down and he's out. That's it.
Alexander the Good, not great tonight. Ungodly War gets it done in emphatic fashion. Beautiful slip uppercut on the inside. Right, Rob, as you were just saying, you do not want to stand inside the phone booth with this guy. He is a killer and packs far too much dynamite in those gloves.
Definitely, Bane, especially in the first round. And right here, he slips. Boom. Volkanovski, you know, a little bit extra vulnerable right now. You saw him going for a shot to the body. It looked like maybe a takedown. Yeah, looked like he was going for a straight to the body, and that's just nastiness. That's like two trains colliding. And look at his face already in just a small amount of time. I mean, he made spaghetti sauce out of his face, and damn, that's a dominant win over Ungodly War. Holy smokes. That was a fight.
Marinara was flowing. Marinara was absolutely flowing. It was brought to you by Pryaxis. Pryaxis, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate the support. It helps us put on these
Demon
shows.
time.
And look, that's 2-1 for Pressure. Pressure now has a positive record this season. Top 20 opponent. He defended his ranking backwards. I think it's about time we see the former AK incumbent progress through the rankings. But, I mean, that was a quick one, but there was a lot of great stuff to unpack from that fight, Rob.
Yeah, there was. I mean, you saw that Pressure came out, stood his ground like he should with Conor McGregor. You saw Ungodly War coming forward, trying to trade, trying to find his rhythm. Stayed in too long, you know, kind of overstayed his welcome inside that phone booth. And his light switch was clicked by Pressure. And that shows how good Pressure is, how good his IQ is, and how good he is in those wild exchanges, especially with Conor McGregor.
And, you know, it did seem Ungodly War, right? His maybe pressure-focused style that he does have, it didn't really work against Pressure. It's in Pressure's name. And I think those takedowns really shook him. He couldn't get those takedowns on any of his attempts, and you could see that he just wasn't able to go from plan A to plan B effectively or efficiently enough, and that was good night, as they say. But I will say, Rob, this next one up is between two debutantes, Cryptic Optics versus LS Venator. Debuts on both sides. Unpack these guys for me, Rob.
All right, yeah, it's always exciting when you see some debuters because you get a chance to meet somebody new in the scene and see what they have been working on. I know both of these guys are going to be really excited. And Cryptic Optics looking to make a statement and prove to everyone he belongs here. He's got some good counter-striking, wrestles when he needs to, and very versatile out there. But LS, what does LS stand for? Los Santos. Guys in the back, I forget exactly, but founder of the LS camp. What is it?
I don't know. I think Los Santos is a good pick, but I have no idea.
The Lucky Strikers. Okay, yeah. He's the founder anyway. Venator is the founder of the LS camp and one of the only members still representing it, doing this with pride and looking to put LS back on the map. So he's fighting not only for himself, Bane, but he's fighting for his camp that he now owns and runs himself.
Being a founder is a different feeling. I think whenever you're starting a camp or a community environment like that, you just take on a bit more authority, right? You fight with a bit more behind your punches. And we'll say up at 185 pounds, there is a lot of power behind their punches. Herb Dean, third man in the octagon. We've got Robert the Reaper Whitaker on one side and Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vittori on the other.
All right, we found out that the camp's called Los Sicarios. All right, here we go. All right, Marvin Vittori and Robert Whitaker. Yeah, Venator. Woo! You know, Robert Whitaker is really quick. We all know how good he is as a pick. But, you know, Marvin Vittori, some say, is the counter pick because he has that speed, Bane. But we're about to find out.
The thing about Whitaker, though, is that he's so well-rounded. I harp on this all of the time, but it really cannot be said enough. Anywhere the fight goes, the Reaper has tools and answers for it. But Vittori gets that early takedown. This is right where Cryptic Optics wants to be, Rob.
For sure, yeah, and that's what you can do with Vittori is get that takedown and control your opponent early, and that's what he's doing. He's going right into half guard, faking left, trying to build up that grapple advantage, and we're going to see where he decides to go. But on top so far, good stuff.
Beautiful work by Reaper on the bottom, right? Alternating which hand is controlling the posture and head of Cryptic Optics, right? The second he lets it go, Optics advances. Now inside control for the blue corner. 3.5 minutes on the clock. That is a lot of time to work for Cryptic Optics.
Definitely, and that's what you want to have on your side when you're trying to wrestle. And there's the posture up position, and he uses the stamina advantage that he has to advance to the side control position. But Venator still able to continually defend himself and put him into the half guard position time and time again. There's the full mount though. Uh-oh.
This is bad news for Venator. Venator not really having a ton of success in this round at all. Cryptic Optics doing whatever he wants on the ground.
Doing well, doing well. Not really able to get too much damage off, but definitely controlling time, getting the round under his belt. But there's the sweep right there, but no, he goes the wrong way.
Optics holds on to that position. Tough. And that's what we see from, people that are debuting. A couple of holes in the game that present themselves. Venator might have a bit of a grappling deficiency. Clearly, Cryptic Optics spent his time on the mats. 1 minute 45 remains, and backside for Venator.
Great job. Uses that momentum, and instead of going left, he goes up, and now he has the back. He gets slammed, jump on his back. Let's see what he decides to do. He's going to punch him and get back to his feet.
Chooses to separate. That makes sense. It would be an interesting decision for me if Venator chose to bring that fight back to the mat, because I could see a Cryptic Optics reversal, but that was a big uppercut that connected.
Yeah, it was a nice one. Looked like it was in slow motion, and I want to see who has the advantage here. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful straight head kick there by the Whitaker player.
This is a fantastic opportunity for Venator to really control the final minute of this round on the feet, do some damage. If he gets a rock or a knockdown, that could swing the momentum through 3.5 minutes. It certainly was Cryptic Optics, but well, we're back on the mat, Rob. Venator no longer has the chance to make the statements on the feet.
Yeah, he was landing some great shots on the feet, but his opponent, Cryptic, recognized this, and he's like, you know what, I'm just going to put you right back on your back and keep scoring. That's 2 takedowns now, a lot of control time in his favor, and that could be round number 1 for him. I mean, sometimes the judges in this game, they really focus on the damage. So maybe the damage of Venator won the round, but who knows, and we are frozen, and that right leg is a little twitchy.
You can see the Reaper is having some spasms at the right ankle. The Achilles heel, it seems, is bouncing back and forth. We're going to take a bit of a moment.
We need a massage. We need some massage therapy out there immediately.
That ankle. Let's unpack those first 5 minutes, Rob, because there was a decent amount of great stuff to uncover and explore. First and foremost, the takedown defense of LS Venator, simply non-existent, right? It seemed that he wasn't able to defend effectively at any spots, right, against the cage, out and open. Cryptic Optics shot from wherever, whenever, and was able to get it down to the mat.
Something that you want to see, especially with a Marvin Vittori pick, because he does have some great takedowns, some good wrestling, some good top control. And yeah, Venator, when he is on the feet, he's looking good. He looks like he's starting to get in his rhythm. But as soon as he starts getting in his rhythm, his opponent, Cryptic, is like, you know what? I'm going to dump you on the ground. The L2R2 maneuvers are just not there right now. And the timing just good on Cryptic. And, this is so far a striker versus grappler sort of matchup, it seems like. And we're going to see who can keep it in their territory and who could keep it there longer.
Through that first 5 minutes, definitely seeing the grappler was winning the better of those exchanges. I will say, right, round 2 coming up, I would have loved to see maybe some adjustments on that takedown defense. He knows that that's what Cryptic Optics wants to do, so he has to be camping those buttons, ready to deny, and able to get some effective striking off. Off of his own. But I will say, whenever you get taken down and controlled like that, Rob, I feel like you are hesitant to pull the trigger on the feet, right? Your striking is crippled and compromised because you don't want to take any big risks.
Especially in the ESFL, especially in your debut, the fingers may be a little jittery, a little sweaty, your brain a little butterfly, maybe your stomach is a little, sunk in. You're just feeling kind of, weird. The jitters, everybody knows about these if you've competed. And especially the 160 MS, that makes it even harder. You almost have to pre-deny. You have to be ready for things. You can't just react as well as you would like to, Bane. So it could be very hard. And every takedown that happens, you just it's like chips away and at your mental game. So he needs to tighten up, and maybe this reset is going to help him out.
Essentially, right? He's got that first round out of the way. He knows exactly what Cryptic Optic wants to do. I think he should be prepared for this. Can't even really call it a rematch, an impromptu restart of that first round. At middleweight, 185-pound action continues between the Los Sicarios. Sicarios? I still don't know the name.
I like, yeah, Los Sicarios.
Gotta roll it, as they say, Los Sicarios.
Los Sicarios. It looks like they're
Cryptic
waiting to start
Optics.
the match. How come they're not starting the match? I'm confused. They're just staring at each other.
Ready on one side, alternate national kit for Robert the
There we go.
Whitaker, Italian Dream. Has to be content with how that first fight went, right? We talked about Venator, what he needs to do to adjust.
Right.
Cryptic Optics, though, fantastic start for him. I mean, right out of the gate, doing exactly what he wants to do. The game plan is being implemented and integrated picture perfectly for the Italian Dream. We'll see if that becomes a nightmare, though, potentially, if Whitaker can turn things around. Middleweight action continues. We'll see if Herb Dean is still the third man of the octagon or not. Nope, it's changing it up, bro.
Changing it up, and this is probably going to benefit the man Venator. Now knows the game plan. He knows the shots are coming, and there's the front kick right off the bat, but a good catch and a head kick of his own for Crypto.
A lot of damage in that first couple exchanges for Cryptic Optics.
Oh!
Oh!
Clips him and takes him down, Bane. That's what you want to see. And this time he does it in even a more impressive way.
And that was a change from the first fight. That's not something that was expected. I think Venator felt really comfortable in the feet. And now look at really quickly gets the reversal, Rob.
Beautiful flick there by Venator. Yeah, Venator. Beautiful flick by Venator right there, and that's just a huge play. But Cryptic snatches his back right back. This is a beautiful exchange on the ground between these two competitors.
If I'm Venator, I'm looking to bounce back to the feet as quickly as possible. Not that you don't want Vittori posturing up in advance and potentially, you can see Venator looking for that get up, landing some elbows on the inside. Can he get that reversal, Rob?
No, he doesn't. This time he doesn't go up. He actually tries to go for the reversal right. And Cryptic is there to Cryptic is there to, you know, mitigate that, and now into side control position. And this is where things could get a little dicey. Venator needs to be careful.
Cryptic looking to cripple the Australian Robert Whitaker. I mean, it's just tough. It's just tough for the Aussie, man. If you're getting control like this, now the second fight in a row, Venator, I wonder where his mental state is at in this debut.
You know, he's probably not feeling too good, but he's doing the right thing. He's trying to build up the grapple advantage with these short shots and trying to defend the advances of Cryptic, and he already reversed him once. Oh, here comes a submission already. Uh-oh.
The leg lock right there from Vittori. We know with this high ping that submissions benefit greatly from it. Sort of, I don't want to say exploiting it necessarily, but it's just harder to defend, Rob, when you've got that high ping.
Yeah, for sure. You're not able to reactively swivel. You're kind of guessing a little bit, and it allows the defense to sometimes make those reads and throw you off. But this time he's not able to get that submission. And still, though, Cryptic on top, Bane, just controlling. Blood slightly spilling out of the mouth of Venator right now and right into half guard.
Some of that crimson blood dotting the previously spotless canvas. And right there, that was a great opportunity for Venator to stop that transition, deny that move to the backside. But Cryptic Optics now right in the back, gets him back down. Great trip, or pull down right there. Great
job. And Venator's just able to really... or excuse me, Cryptic is just able to really control. But this is a situation where Venator against the cage, he has an increased getup, but he just allows Cryptic to slide to that right side, doesn't get the flick, and now he's got to deal with him again on his back. And last time he elected to take him down. This time maybe he'll try to jump on him. Ooh, but go ahead, brother.
I love the grappling dedication, but Cryptic Optics, we cannot forget, knocked Venator down earlier in this round. I would maybe think that after all of these peppering strikes on the mat, he would want to maybe stand and try to continue the damage on the feet.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he definitely feels a lot more confident with these takedowns on the ground, is where he wants to be. And sometimes when you're wrestling, you could throw aggressive punches and your opponent doesn't expect it, like that uppercut that landed earlier. So let's see if he decides to try to throw some more, but I don't think he will, Bane. He's a little nervous. He felt that straight head kick earlier from that last fight. Venator.
Sounds like a transformer, potentially. Shot right there from Vittori. Again, out in the open. He did not even attempt to hide it. There was no jab and then ducks under the return. It was simply a shot for the hips, and he gets it down. Whitaker back up against the cage. This is a pretty good position for him to use that. cage to pop back up to the feet, but I'm unsure if he's going to be able to get it done. 4 minutes remaining in the second round, and Rob, I think we're in for more of a grappling fest in this one.
For sure, yeah. Cryptic just doing a good job being relentless with these takedowns, and Venator unable to defend any of these, and now he's again underneath, a lot of time on the clock, and this is just not where you want to be. This Venator needs to get up to his feet. He needs to figure out a way to defend the takedown initially. There's a nice deny right there, but unfortunately, oh, he's gonna get the flick.
Oh, great reversal right there from Venator. Beautiful work. Now in full guard, Whitaker able to do some great damage to the midsection. Pops over to half guard.
In half guard, finally on top. And sometimes when you're facing against the grappler, Bane, and they're continually just, their number one goal is to take you down, sometimes you got to embrace the grappling. Beautiful. But he's going to stand up again. He's got to defend the takedown.
Let's see if he can. Good work down there, checking that kick from Vettori. Venator, though, it's a crisp combination. You can see some lacerations on the left side of the eye. Blood pouring down the face, Rob.
Yeah, this fight is getting bloody. Blood on the elbow, too, of Cryptic. And there's the takedown again. This is a huge moment. He turns it right. This time, Venator able to defend and land some big body shots as well. Good stuff.
That has got to build the confidence of the LS incumbent. The founder of the...
Oh!
Down, Cryptic Optics meets the canvas for the first time. Venator looking to maybe find the finish, but that was some patient ground and pound. You can see that he's staying composed. This is a massive opportunity for him.
Massive opportunity. Big shots. Puts him on his butt, and now we're going to see what kind of fighter Cryptic really is. Facing a little adversity, can he still stay on the game plan and get takedowns? Because right now he's standing right in the face of Venator, who seems to have the better striking, especially with Whitaker at the helm.
You got to walk through the fire and the flames at the ESFL. Welcome to the big show, boys. Who wants it more? Final minute of round two. Whitaker feeling that momentum. You have to think LS Venator is riding the wave of that knockdown. Cryptic Optics has been patient ever since.
Gets his leg caught. Cryptic's getting kicked pretty hard, but still standing his ground. And now you're seeing Venator just starting to open up, starting to get a little loose in there. Confidence building.
Big check right there from Cryptic Optics. Big 1-2 lands.
Beautiful shot by Cryptic. Cryptic doing a good job with these hooks.
And this is where we talk about the accumulative damage of all the ground and pound that Cryptic Optics was able to deliver through the majority of rounds 1 and 2, right? The chin of LS Venator is a bit compromised coming to this final set of 5 minutes, Rob.
Say so. He ate 2 big Robert Whitaker bombs there. And this is the third and final round, I'm pretty sure. First round was pretty much Cryptic's. Second round, Venator. We'll see who takes this third one, Bane. Here we go.
It really genuinely could come down to this third and final round. I kind of have it 1-1. First round, clearly, Venator 10-9. 10-9, Cryptic Optics in the first. Apologies. 10-9, Venator in the second with that knockdown, right? That's damage. That's significant. Now Venator landing upstairs and downstairs.
For sure, and we just saw a big shot by Cryptic. Venator able to defend it. That was huge. Land some big shots as well. And now we're seeing a lot of offense coming out of Venator, looking for the finish here.
Oh, but you have to mind your P's and Q's, Rob. You can't get overzealous on the feet. That's how Cryptic Optics knocked down Venator in the first round.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You can't overthrow. You can't blow out your stamina because then you're vulnerable. There's the uppercut that's trying to land, but Cryptic clips him with the straight, but Venator attacks back.
And there's the takedown. Cryptic Optics finds his way back to the mat, directly into side control as well. Lot of time on the clock. And I was going to say, I do love the adjustment from LS Venator to the uppercut, right? He started throwing that a lot more frequently because it's an intercepting strike to those that are trying to get a takedown, but didn't work that time. And you can see crucifix for Cryptic Optics.
Oh, this is not good. Beautiful takedown. Slides right into the crucifix position. And now Venator fighting him off. Now in the side saddle. Elbows could be raining down, and the control time adding up for Cryptic. Cryptic in a beautiful spot right now.
See it in the top mount position, nothing.
Slides over. Good deny. Good deny there. I think we've lost Bane. So I'm going to take this over here. Yeah, they stand up, back to the feet. Nice leg kick there. Backing up Cryptic. Venator trying to respond. Oh, they're throwing shots. Oh, big uppercut lands clean. drills Cryptic. Cryptic on his back, trying to fight.
Bad news
Venator
for
being
Cryptic
patient. Oh, we got Bane back.
Sorry,
Hey,
man.
welcome
Just
back.
went to the moon and back. Apologies. But huge opportunity for Venator. That is exactly what you need to swing the momentum of this third round back inside your pocket. And now doing some great work with the ground and pound, Rob.
Yeah, that's the money shot right there. Landing that uppercut as soon as the opponent that's trying to grapple you goes for the takedown. It feels so good. You feel so aroused out there when you hit an uppercut like that. And you got to think with 47 seconds, look at that pull right there. Venator is feeling himself.
Great attack to the midsection. Cryptic Optics, though, catches that roundhouse. I will say, Optics doing a really good job of catching the kicks of LS Venator.
He is doing a good job catching those kicks. But right now, Venator is walking him down. Cryptic is running out of gas. The good thing in this fight's only 10 seconds left because Venator is starting to open up, but still,
Who's got
Cryptic
one
is fighting.
15 minutes of action, I will say 20 technically, but 185 pounds delivers between Robert the Reaper Whitaker and Marvin, the Italian Dream Vittori. LS Venator did such good work on the feet in a lot of different moments, but Cryptic Optics controlled so much with his dominant grappling. Rob, what did you make of this fight?
Woo. Yeah, I could definitely tell that Cryptic is a good wrestler with some good takedowns and some great top control. He wasn't able to do a lot of damage, and it was Venator that was able to land the bigger shots, get more comfortable as the fight went, and I think he takes it. 29-28, Venator.
There it is. Very, very interesting decision. Some of that, honestly, I would not have anticipated after that first round that we had to restart. It looked like Cryptic Optics was just going to control through 15 minutes, dominate in the wrestling department, and grapple his way to his first ESFL win. But LS Venator spoils the plan with some beautiful moments of striking. I mean, opportunist definitely is what I would call that guy, because he maximized the times he was on the feet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he looked real good, real sharp with his combinations. He looked well oiled, well seasoned, like Thanksgiving dinner. And you know, LS with that big win right there, Bane. And ladies and gentlemen, that's opening up a lot of opportunity for his new camp that he just started, the Los Sicarios. He's now the leader, and he's letting people know, yo, look what I just did in the Esports Fight League. Come join, come train. Let's put on the pain. You know what I'm saying?
Founder, baby. Yeah, puts him on the map in a massive way. But, Rob, talking about putting people on maps, the number 22 ranked Ali Creed versus the number 30 ranked Axe Murderer War, another War member, dotting his way on the ESFL 132 card. Coming up right now, 1-1 Ali Creed, 0-1 Axe Murderer War. Ali Creed comes off of a hard loss against Izzy, who's now the current champ. Izzy Easy. Some time off, but now looking to jump back into the action against the Axe Murderer himself, who's coming off of a loss to BMF Stoyan, who's also appearing later on this card. Rob, what do you make of these two competitors?
Yeah, these two are great. Axe Murderer come out that war camp. They're always pretty damn lethal. Ali Creed, he's ready, he's willing, and these picks that I totally just missed. Looking at the scouting report. Did you happen to catch them?
I think it's Jose Aldo and Piotr Jan. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
No Mercy versus the King of Rio, down at 135 pounds.
Woo! Dang, this is going to be a fun fight. You don't get to see Jose Aldo versus Peter Yan too much in the Esports Fight League. At least I can't remember it. And Jose Aldo's going to have some vicious kicks. He's got some good boxing, some speed, some power. But Peter Yan with that force of nature perk, you got to be careful not to get hit too early, which is happening right now.
I tell you, yeah, 3-punch combination to start things off. Ali Creed wearing it well, though eating just a bit too much, in my opinion. Big push kick right there from the Axe Murderer.
Oh, man, Axe Murderer already throwing vicious combinations in the body kick as well. This time, Ali Creed returning the favor.
Axe Murderer is not a guy that you want to stay prolonged exchanges with inside the pocket. I mean, that is just a recipe for disaster. You already see Ali Creed eating so many shots, and the speed of No Mercy is unprecedented. But Aldo meets him right there with a crisp combination route.
Beautiful off that pull, too. Try to dig to the body, and there's the takedown right there by the Axe Murderer, but denied by Ali Creed. Ali Creed looking pretty good so far.
Ali Creed maybe starting a step slower, but absolutely coming to play as 90 seconds have transpired. Now meeting with an intercepting combination, pushing the Axe Murderer back.
Yeah, Ali Creed is looking really crisp and confident with his shots. He knows what he wants to throw, and he's inputting it with speed and ferocity. And right now he's backing up Peter Yan, and that's a good thing to see.
not a lot of large mistakes, right? Anytime you've got super high-level strikers, it is missing by millimeters, not inches. You can tell that these guys are seasoned on the feet.
They definitely are, Bane. And right there, that takedown defended, that slurping the stamina from Axe Murder, and then he gets put in that framed clinch position, eats a couple knees. Ollie Creed is taking over this fight early.
Big clinch right there, but full type plumbing, landed some knees on the inside. Axe Murderer mixing up the game plan. I like those level changes, right? Diversifying what you're giving your opponent. That is important, a massive key to success, but Ollie Creed still strong with the striking.
He really is. He's looking very good with Aldo. Good defensively. He attacks when he needs to. He's not letting Axe Murderer punish him and pressure him with Peter Yan, and he's just kind of standing his ground right there. Axe Murderer laying some big shots, though, through the block.
Big roundhouse, loving the dedication downstairs that the Axe Murderer is displaying. Those kicks from Yan are just vicious. They're so fast and so powerful, Rob.
Yeah, they are. They look like Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, training against a damn tree for his kickboxing main event. But damn, this fight is so good. Another big body kick by Axe Murderer. It's so back and forth right now.
And it's clear that, right, Ollie Creed maybe is more concerned about the upstairs than the downstairs. He's not really blocking a lot of those shots to the midsection, and those are going to eat away at the stamina, eat away at the health if they continue to land.
Yeah, beautiful point. You already see the stamina dwindling early for the Axe Murderer, and that body is low, and he's really trying to go to that spinning elbow, spinning back fist, and he is doing some good work. He's landing some big punches, and you see the head health on Aldo, Bane, and that's gonna enact the force of nature perk on that health. Oh, but it's Ollie Creed knocking him down.
Ollie Creed with 10 seconds to go sends no mercy to the canvas. Talk about a significant moment. Now Ollie Creed teeing off.
Man,
Bro, we got to fight.
We got to fight, Bane, and Ollie Creed is looking smooth out there against a dangerous Peter Yan player here, and this fight is phenomenal. Let's go. Round number 2. Let's see what happens.
The Axe Murderer looking to impose his will, living up to the name, right? Those sharp strikes are cutting away sections of Ollie Creed, but Ollie Creed sticking behind all of those fundamentals and just catching him. Level change right there. Defense for Ollie Creed.
Oh, here he comes. He tried to get the takedown, but Ollie Creed denied it. Unloading the gas tank to try to knock down Ollie Creed, but Ollie Creed showing he's got good defensive capabilities as well. Now Ollie Creed on the assault, eating a vicious knee.
Back and forth at 135 pounds. These guys are just trading blow for blow, shot for shot. The strikes landed 50 for Aldo, 53 for Yan. 3-strike disparity. This is as even as it gets, ladies and gentlemen.
Bang! Another right hand lands for Ollie Creed. Now has him in the clinch position. Big knees to the head. Oh my goodness, but still hurt. Still wobbly. Axe Murderer throwing vicious combos on the inside.
Not what you want to do. You can see Piotr Yan is busted open. Lacerations all over the face. Big uppercut though lands for the interim champion.
Man, you gotta, oh my goodness, what a knee by Aldo. Just completely buckles him, left hook lands. Down goes Axe Murderer. Ollie Creed throwing the kill shots, Bane.
Beautiful survivability from the Axe Murderer. I thought it was over, but he did what he needed to do. Now he's still getting pieced up.
Oh God!
Oh.
The counter! Now it's Axe Murderer, but the slip from Ollie Creed takes his back. What a back and forth exchange.
Look at the stamina of the Axe Murderer. He is drained. The cardiovascular system is compromised. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Ollie Creed coming on strong.
Coming on dangerously strong. Has the advantage in the stamina. Better head health, better body health, and there's the spinning elbow right to the dome. On top, he can do it here with a couple good punches. Defensive, no! Ollie Creed! See ya!
Wow. What a fight that was. Ollie Creed victorious in the comeback. Axe Murderer War came to play, but ultimately gets sent to sleep. 0-2 now for the number 30 ranked contender. Ollie Creed advances to 2-1. And I just want to unpack that finishing sequence real quick. The Axe Murderer was throwing that spinning elbow, spinning back fist combination multiple times throughout this fight. The one time that Ollie Creed throws it, it ends the evening.
Yeah, that's what happens when you throw a body kick up close, max vulnerability, and then a spinning power Jose Aldo elbow connects to your dome when you have low head health. And oh my goodness, Ollie Creed looked so good in that fight. I mean, you saw the opening bell, His opponent hit him with some good shots, but then as the fight went, he started getting more comfortable, more confident, really displaying a overall masterpiece in the striking department. And now Ali Creed 2-1, Bane, and what a performance going against a Peter Yan with Jose Aldo and just eradicating him.
Just getting it done, just punching the ticket and working through, walking into the deep end and coming out on top. We'll say that was a massive upset per the official betting line. 33% of the people putting their channel points up for grabs. Put it on Ali Creed. 67% thought the axe murder was going to get done. So, Rob, I mean, if we're talking about the line here, that was a big win for those that betted behind Ali Creed.
Definitely. You know, Axe Murder has a lot of hype behind him coming out of that war camp, and you saw that he would not be put away easily. He fought valiantly. He put it all on the line. He wasn't going anywhere. Even at the end of the fight, towards the end anyways, you saw that uppercut, Bane. He knocks down Ali Creed in a wild exchange, and we're thinking, oh my goodness, what's happening? And then Ali Creed slips a straight punch, takes his back, stands back up, and just eliminates him with that spinning elbow. But, I mean, what a fantastic fight right now. Probably my fight of the night so far, but you know what? We still got a lot of fights here, Bane.
Oh, we've got way too many to count, baby. There's so much action coming ahead, and we're heading up back to 185 pounds for this next one. Samurai Jack, the ESFL debutant, another guy making his debut tonight versus the number 24 ranked Skitch. Skitch lost his debut against the highly touted Kratos. Feels that he wasn't able to show the skills, you know, in that one. We'll see if he can do it tonight. Rob, what do you know about Samurai Jack?
I know that his name is straight fire. I mean, that cartoon, that show was one of my favorites growing up. So with a name like that, he better perform tonight here in the ESFL, because if he does, I mean, that's a good alias there. But I don't really know too much about him. I know he just fights. He could strike if needed, and he can grapple if needed. That's all they have on this guy. So he's here to prove a point. But he's going against ranked 24th Skitch, and Skitch he's had experience. He's had one fight, and right now it's in middleweight. And is he going to use prime Anderson Silva? No, he's going with prime Bisping.
Okay, the count coming inside the octagon. That is an ambitious gamble, as they would say. I will mention one thing Samurai Jack expressed to us during fight week was that either him or his opponent is going to sleep. This fight is not going to the judges' scorecard. He intends on either finishing or being finished himself. Bisping versus Vettori.
And that's what you want to hear. That's what excites the fans right there. He's going for the kill, or he's going to be killed. And love that mentality. Dan Mergliata is our referee tonight, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
Love those shorts on Prime Bisping camo. Looks unique inside the octagon.
I think you look great in those shorts.
I wear pants.
Okay.
Action inside. Just coming downstairs for both gentlemen. I love the dedication to the liver early, Rob.
Definitely, you want to invest in that body early to get the dividends later. Oh my goodness, but he has to be careful. These body kicks are a little out of range, and that's when you could get really hurt when you miss those. It's very vulnerable. Got to be careful.
Yeah, Robin, I want to extend a question to you. I've got the stats on regular Bisping. Don't really know the numbers on Prime Bisping. Can you enlighten me about what the differences are between the count in this version and the regular count?
The Prime version is younger, better looking, better shots. Oh my goodness, look at these combinations right now. And he has so much gas to continually deliver these shots like a UPS driver on steroids.
He's just making packages appear all across the city and making him pay inside the octagon. Vettori eating a lot of combinations, but we know the chin of the Italian Dream is one that is made of granite. You're going to have to do something great to knock him down. Skitch gets rocked.
Woo! Beautiful duck right there. Oh my goodness, what a sequence. You saw a clean front up, or a clean right uppercut there by Southpaw, lead uppercut, and then you saw the duck by Skitch, but unable to really capitalize on it, and these guys are throwing leather.
Slip straight into the head kick, not really there for Skitch, partially blocked, but I love these combinations from both gentlemen. They're mixing in the elbows, the hooks, the uppercuts, the entire arsenal, the whole military coming out to play at middleweight today.
Yeah, and Skitch is really looking good, man. I mean, that whole military's coming after him, but there's the body shot that lands, and here comes Southpaw. Get it! Oh my goodness, doubles down with the body kick, and down goes Skitch. Skitch is in trouble.
Compromised. That liver is bleeding internally, potentially for the count. Bisping pops out of it, though, takes the back of the Italian Dream, Rob.
Oh my gosh, he's bleeding internally. That's not good. He's got to end this fight quick. And right now it's Southpaw Rocky on top. And if he realizes that, it's going to be a huge advantage.
But that's one thing that we know about Samurai Jack. Like he said, somebody is going to get finished in this one. Each guy trying their absolute best to do that. Posture up for Vettori, 60 seconds remain. This has been such a back and forth round. I have no idea who's winning it so far.
Yeah, it's been a little chaotic, and now we're getting to witness Southpaw's grappling game. We saw a nice deny on that right side. We're seeing him pass right into side control, landing some good elbows. I mean, he's looking real good on the ground. Ooh! What a get up
for Prime Bisping. The count finds his way back to the feet and lands a beautiful combination. 4 or 5 strikes snuck through. Big right hand connects to the chin. Samurai Jack wearing it well, though.
He is, and Skitch, right when he popped up, already getting back to work, throwing a lot of punches, a lot of volume, really putting pressure on the head health and the block health of Mr. Vettori, a.k.a. Southpaw, a.k.a. Samurai Jack, and what a first round between these two.
A.k.a. all-around killer. These guys came to play. Stand up and give some applause to these two competitors because, boy, we are in for a show at 185 pounds. And Mergliata gets us set for round 2. Touch of gloves, and we're underway.
And right off the bat, you go for the angle pick, but Skitch is ready with the L2R2, denies it. Oh, beautiful teep kick, right leg kick, and Skitch is just doing a good job using Michael Bisping to his fullest extent, just really putting on the pressure here with these strikes.
Shots landed, and you have to think Prime Bisping might be more of a common appearance at 185 pounds in the ESFL Octagon moving forward because this is a statement showcase of what that guy can do.
For sure. I mean, his ability to land so many punches and so much volume and to eat shots as well and to have the cardio just continue it forever and ever. And right now we're seeing that. But right now, ooh, Southpaw with a vicious takedown.
69 strikes landed for Prime Bisping, 43 for Samurai Jack, 26 strike disparity, heavily in favor of Skitch. That is a lot of volume that he's delivering through 7 minutes.
Is really firing a lot of shots right now, trying to back up Southpaw. Southpaw trying his best to throw that straight punch. Ooh, nice stationary uppercut lands. He's trying to get some respect, but Skitch is just overwhelming him with big shots.
Samurai Jack might be in trouble. 3 minutes remain, and you can see the bridge of the nose is busted for that blue corner. Skitch is just standing right in front of him, not giving him an inch, Rob.
Oh, pulls back, precision, left elbow, and that's all she wrote.
Wow.
Out cold.
That
Skitch
was a finish right there for the ages. Skitch, man, with Prime Bisping gets it done. The count is victorious in this one because of a beautiful, just rare uppercut, something that we anticipate, right? When they're in that phone booth, you have to mind the elbows that are coming your way. This one sent him to sleep.
Oh, man, just the wherewithal right there to see that punch coming, to pull it, whoop, and then bink, right on the dome. And, yeah, that was a crazy fight. Skitch really just stood in there right in front of his opponent and really utilized Michael well with his volume and just his overwhelming fight IQ. And also right there just to pull back, you know, he's going crazy, but then just to have a little bit of patience right there to get the finishing blow. I mean, that's skills right there, Bane. That's some skills.
And really not a lot of misses. I mean, anytime Skitch threw, he was connecting. We saw that the stamina of Skitch was still really fantastic 7-8 minutes into round 2. Vettori, on the other hand, seriously lacking in the cardio department as that fight continued. He was struggling. And we'll say, right, that's a massive win for Skitch. Finally gets one on the board this season, 1-1 overall. Samurai Jack, unfortunate loss in the debut, 0-1, but lived up to what he said. Somebody was going to sleep. Unfortunately, it had to be him, Rob.
Yeah, you know, hey, at least he's a man of his word, right, Bane? Man of his word.
He followed through. Yeah, what can I say? You know, he was correct. We'll see if that finishing streak continues in this next one at 155 pounds. The number 34 ranked Sambo War takes on the number 40 ranked 11 Bravo at lightweight. Rob, what can you tell me about these two contestants?
Oh, my God. I could tell you so much about these two contestants right here. You got Sambo War coming off an unlucky loss against UFC Turkey. He took some time off, Bane, and went to hard training. He went into the hyperbolic time chamber. Now he's looking to get this win over a big name and a veteran and establish himself once again. But 11 Bravo coming off 2 unlucky losses. We know how good this guy is, but he took some time off to reinvent himself, and now he cannot wait to get back in the action. And this guy's a real veteran of the game. Excellent top game, great submission offense, adaptable striking, and this is going to be a real tough test for both these guys who are hovering around the 30, 34, 40 range in the rankings. So they really need to win. Both these guys really need to win, Bane.
Hawaii's own Max Blessed Holloway coming up 10 pounds to lightweight against Justin, the Highlight Gaethje. Rob, I have to believe you got some affinity with Blessed in massive ways.
Yes, I do. I mean, he lives pretty close to me. I've always been a fan, and now that I'm in Hawaii, I'm even a bigger fan. We saw what he did against Yair Rodriguez. I mean, the guy is a beast, and in the game, he is, some say, a damn cheat code because of his gameplay. I mean, his chin, his cardio, his volume. I mean, he's so hard to deal with, but Justin Gaethje has what Max's weakness is, and that's vicious leg kicks.
Vicious leg kicks and so much power. The stats that I'm looking at say 95 punch power for the Highlight, 86 punch power for Holloway, up 10 pounds. We have to remember, this is lightweight Blessed, not featherweight Blessed.
Right.
So he's a 4-star fighter overall, so he will be dealing with a couple deficiencies, at least in my professional opinion.
You bring up great points. I didn't even think about that. He's bringing Max Holloway up to 155, and Sambo War is going to have the power advantage and already landing a nice straight lead hook there.
You're really going to be relying on the durability of Holloway in this one. You have to imagine the Highlight's going to crack that chin several times. We'll see if 11 Bravo can walk through the fire.
See how many kicks 11 Bravo decides to throw out there, or maybe check himself, but Sambo is the one really already targeting that left leg. Ooh, left hook lands for 11 Bravo, though.
What 11 Bravo needs to do is be active, rely on the cardio and the volume of Holloway early. I think he needs to swarm and overwhelm, right? If your opponent is downloading too much data, they won't be able to respond, they won't be able to counter.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, especially when they're overwhelming you a little bit and punches are flying. It's really hard to counter sometimes. And like, ooh, that's a beautiful head kick, though. Breaks right through the block with a head movement from Sambo, keeping him alive, keeping him healthy.
11 Bravo maybe tried to take a little bit too much from that exchange, right? You gotta, it's early in the fight, 2 minutes in. You know what? Oh.
Yeah, you know, with Max Holloway, though, sometimes you gotta, you know, just put the pedal to the metal, because you lack what you lack in power. You can make up with pure volume. And right now, he's really putting on pressure against Sambo War, and Sambo War needs to get out of that caged area.
Cornering Sambo War. This is bad news for that red corner. We'll say there are 7 competitors on tonight's card that are from that War camp. That is pretty impressive, Rob.
Yeah, that's a testament to the War camp and how well trained those guys are to have 7 people in the Esports Fight League on a bill. That's extremely impressive. And what's really impressive, though, is 11 Bravo is really just controlling Sambo. I'm surprised that Sambo is electing to stand right here, because I feel like this is not what you want to be against a Max Holloway player.
He's definitely controlling that range and distance and making Sambo War's chin keep decreasing. But I mean, Sambo War's landing as well inside the pocket, and he's getting a read on those straight shots, I think. He's tried that slip straight. He's tried to... Hey, big check right there, though.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. There you go. He's starting to open up, but that straight lands right down the pipe and hurts Sambo. Now Sambo again against the cage, and finally, now that he's hurt, he decides to pivot out of the way.
He realized that he can move his feet, Rob. That's something that you need.
Exactly. That's what he needs. He stay off the cage.
Now Sambo War's making 11 Bravo pay, catching that chin upstairs, making Holloway's head snap back in big ways. 30 seconds remain.
Big shots right there by Sambo. Sambo really trying to hold his ground. Right elbow lands, uppercut. They're exchanging.
Look at that head health of Holloway. It is getting somewhat low, Rob.
It is. Yeah, those big bombs. I mean, Justin Gaethje does not have to land many to do the damage. And the left leg of Holloway. Ooh. Speaking of leg kick, oh my goodness.
These guys are trading through 5 minutes, back and forth action, we'll say, right? You have to think Holloway got the better of that round. 11 Bravo doing such good work, cornering, pressuring. Sambo War has the power, but if you're getting closed off, if you don't have any angles, if you don't have any space to really generate and move those hips, it's just not really going to take shape. That's why that footwork is so important.
It really is. And without that footwork, without those pivots, you get trapped against the cage. And when 11 Bravo has him against the cage, he's able to just control, control the range, and also meet him with the shots like the hooks where he's trying to escape. So power shots all around for 11 Bravo.
Not a lot of leg kicks for Sambo War. Sort of abandoned that game plan. There's one right there.
He's still thinking about those leg kicks, which is what you want to see.
You have to go! Massive overhand land for Holloway. Sambo War retreating. You can see that head health is blinking. It is low. But big lean for 11 Bravo right away. Kick news!
Oh, man, beautiful three-punch body shot. Buckles him after the headshot. Oh, another uppercut. This is huge for Sambo. And Sambo digging to the body, switching upstairs, and he's got 11 Bravo all sorts of trouble right now.
11 Bravo is stumbling. His consciousness has clearly left the building for a moment. He's just on autopilot right now, Rob.
Definitely he is. He's in survival mode. He's being backed up. The left leg just ate a vicious kick as well. It's blinking. The head health blinking, but he has him in the clinch.
Beautiful high IQ from 11 Bravo, right? Able to clinch up, wear on your opponent, and then land a crisp 1-2, backs up Sambo War.
And that was a beautiful right hook there by 11. Still fighting well now, maybe regaining that composure. And this is where he put Sambo earlier against the cage, and Sambo is letting this happen right now. And this is where it gets scary for Sambo.
He's standing stationary. He's trying to hide behind the forearms and, you know, play fire with fire. Now moving out and circling away. That lateral movement is going to pay so much as the fight progresses. Big knee!
Oh, man, 11's in so much trouble trying to move his head. Sambo going for the kill right now. Oh, the left leg buckles. Body shots, good defense. 11 Bravo hanging in there.
Holloway is stumbling around the octagon. 90 seconds remain in the second round, and 11 Bravo's success is evaporating right in front of him.
It really is, and that left leg is toast. He had to switch to southpaw to just maintain himself in this fight. But, I mean, wow, this round has felt like it's been going on forever.
11 Bravo crumpled by a crisp, Gaethje combination. 60 seconds later, there's a check from Holloway.
Beautiful check, and he uses that momentum to land the three-punch combination with the head kick at the end of it. And now, 11 Bravo has the momentum once again.
Sambo War fighting on instinct. He is so low in the head. Knocks 11 Bravo down.
Can he defend himself? He needs to slip. He gets the first one. Oh, he does it, Bane. He protects himself.
The survivability on both sides is unprecedented. Sambo War and 11 Bravo desperately trying to hang in there. We are headed to the fifth and final round at 155 pounds, Rob.
Yeah, we're heading to that third round, and it's going to be crazy. I mean, this fight has been electric. Look at this replay right here. They're both just swinging. That time, Max Holloway falls, but what an exciting display. This is the Esports Fight League, and this is the third and final round between these two. Who is going to win, Bane?
Dean gets us started. Touch of gloves. The respect is still there through 10 minutes. Holloway has to rely on the volume in this one. He's got a slight cardio deficiency, but I do believe that those combinations will sting the highlight. But highlight comes in. Gaethje knocks out Bravo.
Did you see the balance there on Holloway on the tippy toes, but unable to stay up? Wow, Sambo War put on a show for everybody. I mean, what a win, what a performance. Ah, what a fight, man.
He had a Mount Everest in front of him, Robbie. He had to climb and go over the obstacles, the pressure, the ability to cut off the cage that 11 Bravo brought. You could tell that it gave him some concern, but coming out swinging this third round and just crumpling 11 Bravo. Look at this animation, Rob. Not something you see. It looks like Holloway's about to ascend to the heavens, or he's brought back down to earth, courtesy of the highlight.
Yeah, for sure. And it was Sambo War. I think what did him, what really impressed me was when he had Holloway 11 Bravo hurt, he would mix it up. He'd go to the body, and then in that sequence he went body, head, and 11 Bravo just didn't know where to defend because it was coming from all over the place. And what a win. I mean, woo! Sambo War is here, back, and man, 11 Bravo also putting on just a really sick performance as well. Both these guys very evenly matched, and what a war it was. Sambo now 2-2, 11 Bravo unfortunately moving down to 0-3. But oh my goodness, tonight's fights have been incredible.
They have been incredible, and it is tough, right, when you see a competitor move to 0-3 after such a great close fight. I mean, you know, that 0-3 record looks bad. It's without context because 11 Bravo certainly deserves to be in the ESFL, at least in my opinion.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. He faced a killer in Sambo War, you know, who came off a loss against UFC Turkey. who we're gonna see later tonight. So impressive, but sheesh.
I was gonna say my cam was a bit blurry there for a moment. I was trying to move forward and get it back in focus. But you know what I am focused on is this next matchup: BMF Stoyan versus Josh Ray. The number 11 ranked contender Stoyan has had a murderer's row in the ESFL, but so has Josh Ray, the number 18 ranked 1-0 fighter. Rob, what can you tell me about these guys?
Man, I can tell you that Stoyan is 11th ranked. He's coming off a hard loss against SpilActionzz. We're gonna see in the title or in the main event against Zyaf, and it's gonna be a very tough win for Josh Ray because Josh Ray 1-0. He got a submission win in his last fight after a striking clinic, showing how well-rounded he is. Looking to further establish himself in this fight. High IQ from Josh Ray. Stoyan, technical, good all-around fighting, also high IQ. This should be a very good technical matchup between 11th ranked Stoyan and 18th ranked Josh.
You've got Prime George Rush St. Pierre on one side and Jorge Gamebred Masvidal on the other. Stoyan electing to be with the kickboxer. Josh Ray going with the wrestler. You know, and Prime GSP similarly. Don't have the stats in front of me, Rob. What can you tell me are the big differences between Prime and regular?
You know, Prime is going to be just a little bit better in the chin department, a little bit more powerful with the punches, and just, you know, just overall a little bit better in all the areas that GSP excels. You know, the takedowns, the top control. He's Prime GSP. Stoyan, he's got the power of Masvidal, and these shots are already coming really quick. He's letting them fly early, and GSP has to be careful. The Prime GSP does have a good chin stab, Bane, but still, he's got to be careful.
Love the reads that BMF Stoyan's making so early in this fight when there really hasn't been a lot of action. He read that head movement perfectly, put that right hook right on the chin of Prime GSP. Josh Ray, though, answering back with his own combinations.
Yeah, he's trying to get a read. He's moving his head a lot. Stoyan still just landing some good shots on the grill of Josh.
Lead uppercut, just bouncing the chin right up in the air, sending GSP's eyes to the bright lights upstairs. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remain in this first round, and it is a chess match so far, Rob.
Ooh, it is a nice left hook from Josh. Backing up Stoyan, trying to make him miss, and a lot of in and out footwork from Mr. Josh right now. Ooh, nice lead uppercut as well, slips in.
The BMF camp is one that is highly touted on the regional scene in this esports competitive landscape, and we'll say they've got such an interesting ritual. Whenever a competitor comes in, you have to take a shot of, I believe it's called Riki. Someone can correct me in the chat, but I think it's like this 97 proof, you know, whiskey or vodka. It's insane, and you got to take a full shot of it without like wincing or something. I don't know. It's an insane ritual.
They keep him on webcam while they're taking a shot.
I don't know what it is, but it's a crazy ritual. These guys have such a strong community. The Bulgarians representing, big head kick right there from Stoyan.
Well, let's hope that everybody in the BMF is of the age. Because if you're not, that's illegal. But here we go. This fight is phenomenal right now.
Intercepting left hands from both guys. That's what you're seeing, right? With this orthodox versus orthodox, that lead, that check left is just right there at all times.
It really is. Josh is doing a phenomenal job right now at GSP, staying out of range, staying away from the damage, and also landing his offense when he needs to. And Stoyan trying to figure this guy out a little bit.
Josh Ray trying to get that slip straight going, but BMF Stoyan out of the pocket when he attempts it. Stoyan, in my opinion, leading these exchanges through 4 minutes. I think he's just landing the cleaner shots and being more efficient overall. I wish Josh Ray would maybe level change, right? Utilize the full extent of Prime GSP's abilities.
I mean, I would think that it's pretty even. You know, I could see Stoyan, he's putting on some pressure now. He is landing a lot of shots with Masvidal, and they're very powerful, but I don't know. Josh is just doing such a good job with his lead hand and his lead uppercuts, his lead hooks right there, and he's starting to, you know, punish Stoyan a little bit as this fight progresses.
Back and forth through 5 minutes at 170 pounds. Neither guy really sitting on too many strikes. Yeah, it is a touch first round for these two competitors. 18 strikes to GSP. I think it was 14 significant strikes to Gamebred Masvidal. Thinking potentially in round 2, they've made their reads. They've gotten a little comfortable. They might want to throw some fire in this second set of 5 minutes.
Bane wants them to kill each other. Yeah, round number 2. Here we go.
Rob, I'm a Just Bleed kind of fan.
Yeah. You're like that guy that's shirtless. That's the meme, just with the freaking Just Bleed. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's probably what you're talking about, obviously, Rob. But right now, here we go. They're colliding in the center, and you know, Stoyan's got to be careful. He's eating a lot of shots right there. 4-punch combination lands, uppercut, he ducks it. Oh man, good stuff from Josh.
You talked about that lead left hook from Josh Ray, and man, it just presented itself masterfully. 22 significant strikes now for the red corner.
Oh man, such a good job. Josh Ray really starting to find his flow, staying light on his feet, keeping that, you know, defense ready, but also stinging like a python. GSP, I mean, woo!
Beautiful work to the body right there.
Oh my goodness!
BMF Stoyan backing up, he's retreating. Josh Ray pushing forward, hunting him down like a lion in the Serengeti. Clips him once again.
Yes, and me and you are in the safari truck right now, witnessing this with everybody else, and this is craziness. I can't even fathom what's happening in the octagon right now. This is just so exciting.
This is the story of this contest at welterweight. Josh Ray getting the bigger moments, just having the more significant strikes. It's very even until those small moments in time when it isn't.
Yeah, he's doing such a good job, Bane. You know, he's floating around. He's waiting for an opportunity, and then he stings him. You know, he like that duck straight. He's just in tune right now. He doesn't have as much stamina, but bang, it doesn't matter. Right hook connects, and down goes Stoyan.
This could be it. A couple more strikes could get Stoyan out of there. The Bulgarian hangs in. Durability on display for Game Bread tonight. Josh Ray, though, what an intercepting strike to just drop Masvidal. Such fashion right there displayed. 1 minute 40 seconds remaining in this second round.
Beautiful right hook, and one thing that Masvidal does have in his arsenal is that recharger perk. Every round he recharges his health, and he's gonna need that because the damage has been done by Josh Ray. Now on top with 1 minute 19 seconds with GSP, elbows landing. I mean, this is not where you want to be as a Masvidal player, as Stoyan.
Oh, Josh Ray, good job right there though from Game Bread to pop right back up.
Yeah, beautiful. Slips that straight punch, Bane, and that pops him right back up. But he needs to land something substantial here. He needs a big bomb to earn that respect from Josh Ray and earn some points on the judges' cards.
One thing to mention is the cardio of Josh Ray. You can see there's a bit of a stamina deficiency between these two competitors.
Yeah, it's a great point. You know, Josh Ray really has been letting those punches fly, and Stoyan has been also letting those punches fly, but doing more body punches as well, you know, mixing it up upstairs, downstairs with those lead body kicks. And this is going to be a very interesting situation, Bane, because in this third round, he's going to have the recharger per, give him a little health, and he's going to have a huge stamina advantage. So, you know, Josh is going to be in for the assault of his life, and we'll see how he deals with that.
BMF Stoyan back against the wall, potentially down 2 rounds. Final set of 5 minutes at 170 pounds. Herb Dean gets us ready for the conclusion of what has been a fantastic bout through 10 minutes. Masvidal opens up with a big push.
Nice shot. Now backing up, Stoyan clips him at the end of that straight, trying to put the finishing nails on that coffin. Wow. But unfortunately, Stoyan still standing strong with Masvidal. There's the big slam, and on top is Josh E. Ray.
Nice denial right there from Ray, too. Now getting his hooks in. Stoyan, though, unable to prevent it. Hooks in for Josh Ray.
And this is beautiful. This is perfect. This is exactly what you want for Josh Ray. He gets the early rock, gets the back, time's ticking, now full mount, and he doesn't have to worry too much about that stamina advantage when he's on top, gets a nice deny on that left side. Oh my goodness, this is bad.
Posture up for Prime GSP. Terrible situation for BMF Stoyan, who, by all accounts, looked to come out swinging in this third round, but got stunned, got clipped, got dropped, and now getting dominated on the mat.
He needs to stop getting dominated on the mat. He needs to get back to his feet right now, recover that stamina, and make a mindful play to work his way back up, and that's what he does. Now he needs to defend here. Defend R2 right there, but no, unable to, and down he goes. Josh Ray relentless.
Gamebred got that seatbelt grip, trying to prevent any movement from GSP. GSP, though, flips him right over, back in the top mount. So much time on the clock, and you can see BMF Stoyan getting desperate, getting urgent to get back to the feet. That is not what you want against a seasoned killer like Josh Ray.
This is not what you want. The round being, you know, annihilated, the time ticking, and Josh Ray just on top, you know, getting these key flicks and using those to just control and do damage. And here we go. Stoyan needs to figure it out. Can't get the right flick. There goes Josh Ray again, taking the back and just maintaining control.
2 minutes remain.
Woo!
Stoyan desperate to get back to the feet, just simply not presenting itself. Ray inside control. We know about GSP's wrestling and grappling acumen.
Right.
It is second to none. This is a massive task for Gamebred to get back into the striking department.
Oh man, such a tough one, but here he goes. He fakes, but still Josh there to flick, making beautiful reads. There's another flick from the bottom, and then oh my goodness, a flick from the top. These guys are denying each other. It's like Tinder all over again.
Swipe left on all accounts. Everything's getting denied on the ground. And it's gotta be mentally frustrating for BMF Stoyan. Every attempt to escape this position right there, once again, gets denied.
Yeah, you know, my man Stoyan, he just needs to be patient. And right here, this is his opportunity. He needs to get a deny here, or maybe just go straight up. I think the feet are against the cage, but I don't know if he's gonna get that boost, get up here. But man, look at this. Josh just on the deny every time, Bane. He literally controlled the whole third round and did not have to deal with that huge stamina advantage from Stoyan. I mean, just beautiful stuff by Josh Ray.
It is a tactical adjustment that we're definitely going to be harping on once this fight's concluded. I mean, the adjustment to recognize, hey, he's got this advantage. Let me completely neutralize it. What a performance for Josh Ray. Some may say that in terms of entertainment value, that third round wasn't delivering to the fans. But in terms of appreciating the sport, I mean, Josh Ray, very impressive fight right there.
Yeah, I mean, might not be the most entertaining style for sure, but I mean, Josh Ray got put in a position where he literally unloaded for that kill in the first 2 rounds, bled out the gas tank, and did some really good stuff to Stoyan. And then that third round, Stoyan had the advantage. He had that recharger perk, recharged the head health a little bit, and you knew the storm that was coming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my man, he knew what was coming. The perfect storm. Who was in that movie?
Mark Wahlberg. I don't know.
George Clooney. George Clooney. He was George Clooney, and he wanted to conquer that wave, and he knew that he needed to go to the ground and literally control him. And you got to be impressed, all you people out there saying it was boring. You got to be impressed with Josh's ability to continually get the clutch denies needed to keep the fight in the positions that he wanted. Because if he would have let that fight stood up, it would have been bad, and his opponent would have just been a relentless juggernaut like Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2, or maybe Majin Vegeta. Who knows? You know what I'm saying, Bane?
I'm right there with you with the Dragon Ball references. And with that win, Josh Ray advances to 2-0 this season in the ESFL Octagon. And I will say it's likely that he's going to be top 15. BMF Stoyan was number 11, so maybe even closer to top 10 with that one. And representing the Killers in Action camp, the KIA boys. Very good showing and representation. But I will say this next one, not top 15, definitely top 10. Number 8, Samurai Robin, 3-2 this season, taking on the number 9 ranked Bang Bang, who is similarly 3-2. Rob, what do you make of these two competitors?
Oh man, this is a fight that I've been waiting for all night long. You know, you saw Bang Bang, he lost to Zyaf, but now he's coming over a quick KO over the talented Deagle Fly, and he's looking to dominate further. He took this fight on a day's notice, but you know Bang Bang's always well-trained. And Samurai Robin, who lost to Izzy, who lost his last fight, believes he can do better than how he performed out there, and he's going to restart his path towards the title. Both of these guys have title implications. They want it so bad, and Bang Bang brings this suffocating pressure, Bane. Slick head movement, dangerous when losing, but Samurai Robin, great timing, great at distance management, and very versatile. These two are going to put on a show, and both 3-2 looking to get towards that top 5 picture. Here we go.
Bang Bang with the patented Conor Notorious McGregor pick. Samurai Robin with Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Louisianan versus Irishman set inside the ESFL Octagon. I will say first round Bang Bang is a mythical fighter. He comes forward, he throws heat, and he lands. And when he lands, it could be lights out. Samurai Robin has to rely on that distance management early.
Yeah, he really does, because Bang Bang, he's very good at making you run into his fists and block breaking the living crap out of you. But Samurai Robin, a little bit more elegant with his striking. He tries to, attack you when he can, when he finds those openings. But can he deal with the onslaught, the train of Bang Bang?
It's just right in front of you. You can see he's not taking a single step back. He is flowing, heading off the octagon and touching the chin of Poirier.
That was a nice leg kick there by Samurai Robin. Samurai doing a good job being defensive, throwing one shots at a time and landing and moving.
And that's what you need. You can't stay still. You have got to stay on your bike against Bang Bang. The second you're stationary, that's when the combinations start flowing. That's when Bang Bang sits on his strikes and really throws with bad intentions.
Yeah, and I'm really liking what Samurai Robin is doing. You know, he's really staying on his bike, like you said. And when they break and he finds that opening right there, that leg kick is just attacking. And Bang Bang again eats another one, and that's going to, you know, disrupt the flow of Bang Bang, disrupt the onslaught of Bang Bang. And right now, Samurai Robin is just tagging every time he comes in.
Beautiful work defensively and offensively. Combination locks on McGregor. Bang Bang takes a step back for the first time.
Yeah, Samurai Robin just looking really on game right now. He's flowing. He's pinpoint with these shots. Another leg kick. This time Bang Bang able to dig down. But another shot. Samurai Robin getting the better of these exchanges.
Not something that you would potentially have expected, but the formerly undefeated Samurai Robin, 3-0 right now on a 2-fight skit, kind of like an Edmund Shabazian situation, highly touted, and he seems like he's finding that steam that he once had as an undefeated competitor.
He's fighting a great fight right now, you know, really continually utilizing that footwork to stay at the range he needs to, and just, that right hook clips him.
That got Bang Bang's attention for sure. Bang Bang just staying to the game plan that we know and love him for, but he's not changing up. He's really not mixing anything else in. 90 seconds remain in this first round, and Samurai Robin with a surprisingly great counter to Bang Bang's pressure.
Yeah, he's digging into that leg right there. You know, Samurai really investing some stamina into this first round to keep Bang Bang off of him, and really doing a good job at defending himself as well. And he's, look at that right leg, Bane. I mean, it's crispy.
Bang Bang's definitely going to have to be turning that knee out and checking those kicks, but that's going to open up the upstairs for the Louisiana to land some serious strikes. The Diamond packs a punch as well at 155 pounds.
Definitely does. He's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of speed. You know, he's a force to be reckoned with in his own right. But, you know, one thing that Bang Bang does have going for him is a full gas tank with Conor McGregor. But that right leg is toast, and that's going to take away a lot of power from Bang Bang. This time he checks it.
Still even checked, though. There's that bleed. Oh, damage. Can we see a leg kick TKO potentially in round 2, Rob? That appendage is completely compromised.
Yeah, it is. You know, Bang Bang's going to have to fight off of one leg now, and Conor does have a good switch stance. I don't know if he's as comfortable there, but, you know, that right leg is toast, and that's because Samurai Robin has just sniped it about 12 times with a vicious leg kick prowess of Dustin Poirier. Here we go, round number 2.
There you go. You can already see the stance switch from Bang Bang. He is putting right leg behind and trying to operate in that orthodox.
Yeah, and it's interesting when Bang Bang gets these slips and these pulls, he's going with a straight punch and not like a hook or an uppercut. So maybe he's anticipating Samurai Robin pulling his pull. I'm not really too sure. Excuse me.
Head movement there for it's too electric. It's getting to you, Rob. The heat.
We need Nelly in here.
40 strikes landed for McGregor, 53 for Poirier. Samurai Robin being the more efficient and accurate fighter. And just, I mean, that's what we're talking about. Right? He's moving. He's having the guard of these strikes from Bang Bang. Just not making the impact that they usually do, but that one certainly did.
Yeah, it seems like Bang Bang is having even more success right now in the orthodox stance, and Samurai a little bit off his rhythm right now. And he's starting to get, you know, bombed by Bang Bang.
Samurai Robin cannot play the game that Bang Bang wants to play. He cannot sit, he cannot stand and trade in the pocket. He needs to be moving. Right there, gets clipped, gets pushed back. 3 minutes remain in this second round, and I have to think, yeah, Bang Bang having a significantly better round than he did in the first 5 minutes.
For sure, and now that leg kick that he's throwing is not as successful anymore because, you know, Bang Bang is right there, close, and he's getting tagged for it. You know, Samurai maybe needs to make an adjustment, but, you know, that left leg is taking some damage, though.
Each guy wearing some lacerations, blood pouring from both McGregor and Poirier. The damage has been done on both sides, Rob.
Oh, definitely. A lot of damage from both of these competitors. And Bang Bang really having a great second round right now, walking down Samurai Robin, really doing a lot of damage to the head as well. And Samurai's trying to defend himself, but the stamina advantage is huge for Bang Bang here.
That is insane how efficient Bang Bang has been, right? So conservative. Finally, Bang Bang's offense breaks through. Samurai Robin meets the canvas, and now in a world of trouble. We know that Bang Bang is a guy who builds off of his success. If you let him get one knockdown, there will surely be a second one.
For sure. He's relentless. He's so scary in the octagon, and right now he's in the flow. He's in his rhythm. The momentum shifting in his corner. Samurai trying to fight him off, but Bang Bang having the round of his life right now against Samurai Robin.
Operating behind that jab, doubling up, and then throwing that straight there. This is the hooks, and now here comes Bang Bang.
Drills him. Going for the kill.
Oh.
Samurai able to survive.
Talk about a complete reversal of how this fight was going in the first round. Samurai Robin choosing to shell up on the ground. 10 seconds remain. Can he survive? Once again meets the canvas.
Man, what a huge momentum swing, huh, Bane, from that first round. You saw Bang Bang just being picked apart, unable to get anything off the entry. And as soon as he switched to Orthodox and that second round came, man, did the tables turn. We got a fight here.
And that is what Bang Bang does so well. He draws you into his game plan. He makes you fight the fight that he wants to fight. And Samurai Robin, right, is willing to do it. There's a takedown from Robin trying to level change and mix it up, but unable to do so. Bang Bang, impeccable takedown defense.
Oh man, that's not good. Samurai with the takedown attempt right there gets stuffed, and now he's gonna have to deal with the relentless game of Bang Bang, who really is relying on those jabs. The jab lead hook straight. I mean, it's one of Connor's nastiest combos, but there's the takedown. That's what you want from Samurai Robin, to slow down the pace of Bang Bang.
I was gonna say the block of Samurai Robin was just gone right in those first several exchanges in this third round. If it gets back to the feet, I have to think Bang Bang's gonna maximize the broken block of Robin.
I would definitely think so. He's gonna block break that man, and he's so good at it. But can, you know, Samurai Robin might be able to win this fight if he could hold down Bang Bang here. We saw what happened in the last fight with GSP. Can he do it? Can Bang Bang get up? We're gonna see a lot of stuff here in this third and final round on the mat.
Samurai Robin waiting in the wings, saw Josh Ray get it done in that fashion. Maybe he is trying to do the same thing. Reversal from Bang Bang says otherwise.
Yeah, that was some good fakeage right there by Bang Bang, really utilizing those well to get that momentum and get that sweep. And now on top, he's going to try to, yeah, he's definitely going to go back to his feet and just continue where he left off.
Samurai Robin retreating, backing up, trying to mitigate the success. Eats a couple shots, though. Bad news for Samurai Robin.
Oh, man, these shots are he's peppering him, but another takedown. Samurai Robin really desperate right here to just stay on the mat, because on the feet he was getting picked apart, Bane.
He has to. He has to stay here in this position, get the control time, get the ground and pound. On the feet, it's all Bang Bang in this third and final round. Here comes some ground and pound from Samurai Robin.
Yeah, and that's what he needs. A lot of damage, because Bang Bang has already done some damage this round, and the judges really key in on that damage stat, you know. But if he could get a submission right here, maybe a guillotine choke, it could be going in his favor. We'll see. He needs a choke or some damage, man.
You bring up an excellent point. The control time may simply not be enough with the strikes that Bang Bang has already landed. And that might be a concern for Samurai Robin as we approach the final minute of this fight. He might maybe want to make it a dogfight, get back to the feet and try to stand and trade potentially, because I don't know if the control time's going to get it done.
Yeah, either. And I mean, his head health is blinking. He's eating a lot of damage. It's I believe it's 1-1 right now. And if somehow he could steal this round, I mean, he's landing body shots. There he goes. He advances to the backside position. But there's Bang Bang to stand right back up. And how does Samurai respond to this? Big slam to the mat.
Massive. That took all of the effort that Samurai Robin had, and Bang Bang reverses with 20 seconds to go.
And he doesn't want to get up, and Bang Bang's taunting him right now. He knows he wants to stay down, and he decides to jump in his guard. Oh, he's just going to stay down, Bang.
Bang taunting him. You can see Samurai Robin finally gets back to the feet. Couple seconds remaining. He's just backing up. What an interesting fight at 155 pounds. You have to think Bang Bang really just... Oh, look at this, though. Samurai Robin follows the Josh Ray method and gets the decision win. Grapple Fest in round 3 is able to get it done, mitigates and neutralizes Bang Bang's offensive onslaught that we were talking about.
Oh, what a win. I mean, that's incredible. Just the strategy at play right there. Samurai Robin gets the dub, gets the job done, And I mean, Bang Bang was looking sensational in those second and third rounds, but Samurai Robin just able to get the fight to the mat and control his opponent in that third round and get a couple posture ups, landed a couple shots, got that backside position or that north-south position, landed a couple body shots, got the control time, and the judges gave it to him. He got the win, Bane.
Got the job done. That is what you have to say. Cut and dry. He was able to adjust and find a better game plan that countered what Bang Bang was trying to do. You can, you can criticize it. You can say it wasn't the most exciting. Again, similar thing that you'd extend to Josh Ray. But at the end of the day, Samurai Robin advances to 4-2 overall, hangs on to the number 8 spot. Bang Bang falls to 3-3. And that was, I mean, for Samurai Robin, being undefeated, losing his last 2 fights, he needed to get back in the win column. He needed to be not just an entertaining, slug it out kind of guy, but a high IQ player, and that's what it was. I will say, if he wants to restart his title aspirations, he may need to shore up that defense on the feet and the offense, but great performance from the number 8 contender.
Definitely. Such a great fight to watch. You know, early in the fight, you saw Samurai just digging to the legs of Bang Bang and really just piecing him up in that first round. And then round number 2 comes, and Bang Bang switches to the orthodox stance. And then he comes forward and has a lot more success and starts overwhelming Samurai Robin, starts clipping him, starts pounding him, you know, doing what Bang Bang does to most individuals in the ESFL. And then the third round comes, Bane, and Samurai Robin gets the takedown, controls him, and somehow squeaks out that win on the judges' scorecards. And you can't hate on a man for getting a win strategically. And now Samurai Robin is 4-2, heading on up towards that top echelon of fighters. And Bang Bang, unfortunately, going down to 3v3 or 3-3. 3v3. What are we playing right now? Some Halo's 4v4. But yeah, I mean, what a great performance by Bang Bang as well.
And you can hate, right? But again, it's this game. You got to fight with your hands, but you got to also fight with your brain.
Damn right.
I will say, this next fight up, we're going to be seeing some hands for sure. Number 13 ranked Kamapulia War versus the number 12 ranked and self-proclaimed best player in Turkey. It's UFC Turkey, Rob.
Oh my goodness. And UFC Turkey, in his last fight, lost to Samurai Robin, and he's looking to bounce back. And Kamapulia suffered a hard loss against SpilActionzz, who we're going to see fight against Zyaf later tonight. And he's also looking to bounce back in his title return. Man, SpilActionzz been kicking everyone's ass.
There's a reason he's the number 2 contender and such a highly touted player, one half of the main event that we'll see very shortly. But before we get there, we've got some 145-pound action. Conor McGregor versus Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Will say that existing record, Rob, 6 wins to one side, 0 to the other. That is a little interesting. I don't like to put stock in that without context, but 6-0, something to think about.
Definitely something to be talked about. LW Camp Champion. I love how the names don't match, but you know, that's definitely Kamapulia War, right? Or UFC Turkey, one of those guys.
Turkey. Alexander the Great, UFC Turkey, Kamapulia War with the McGregor in the green.
Oh, in the green? Oh yeah, in the green shorts. I was like, wait a second, it's only red and blue. Okay, Kama in the green, Turkey in the blue. And let's see how this fight goes. It's the classic McGregor versus Volkanovski matchup. And this is an interesting one. A lot of range for Conor McGregor.
And I will say, right, maybe that confusion with gamertag, UFC Turkey is part of the LW camp. So LW camp champion, maybe proclaiming himself not only the best player in Turkey, but also the best player in the LW camp. And he's really maybe living up to that name right now, touching McGregor with some serious shots.
Wow, that spinning back fist overhand combination was a little wicked right there. Kama's got to be careful. Right now, Kama putting on the pressure, pressuring him against the cage. Oh, my goodness. He almost ducked right into that. Big shots right now from Turkey.
Turkey is landing heavy, early throwing hammers. Kamapulia responding with nails.
Yeah, he's nailing them right now. He's really trying to build up that foundation for a W. And with McGregor, that's what you want to do. Throw power shots, land them accurately, break down that block, and knock your opponent out unconsciously.
Now, I've seen a lot from UFC Turkey in the sense of striking with this fight, and not only this one, but several past fights. I'd love to see him mix it up. Alexander the Great Volkanovski has beautiful grappling and some really strong stats downstairs when it hits the mat. I'd love to see him, level change, because as you progress right in the ESFL, you need to be well-rounded, Rob. You have to have all the tools in the toolbox.
See if he does decide to go for a takedown, and he might just sneak one in there. But right now, he's just kind of hovering back, trying to pick apart Kamapulia when he comes in, and those knee-elbow combinations are nasty. The spinning back fist, overhands are nasty. He's got these, these combinations that are very, very efficient.
Whoa.
Oh, but that's a big one right there by Kama. And he says, "What's up?"
Kamapulia War! Gamesmanship out of that red corner, Rob.
He's ready, you get that knockdown and you're feeling good, you're feeling confident, and now it's UFC Turkey's job to respond, but it's Kama still who's the one putting on the pressure, putting on the onslaught, and really bringing the fight to UFC Turkey, gobbling him up. Oh!
Kamapulia War meets the canvas. Can UFC Turkey shut him away in the first round? No, he cannot. 60 seconds are left. Maybe we'll see a stoppage potentially. Each guy now scoring a knockdown on the board, Rob.
Damn, what a response there by UFC Turkey. Whew, we got ourselves a bout, boys, and on top into the half guard position. Turkey swimming, but a beautiful flick counter there, and now back on top, now on top, Kama.
Fantastic work. Not something you typically see from McGregor. That was a fantastic reversal. I will say this fight is brought to you by Peyton One. Peyton, thank you for the subscription. We appreciate your support. Kamapulia War looking to have that knee on belly, ground and pound to conclude round 1. 15 strikes officially to that red corner. 18 significant strikes to UFC Turkey. But back and forth action through 5 minutes, Rob.
And yes, I couldn't agree more. I mean, just a great fight between these two, and the pressure from Kamapulia, and then the opposition trying to defend himself. UFC Turkey trying to hover outside those double black lines, trying to find his rhythm, trying to find his mark, and he did find it late in that first round. And we'll see what happens in round number 2. More of the same, though.
Knees buckled a little bit for Kamapulia, where that uppercut maybe brought him back to reality. You have to think, UFC Turkey is as game as they come. You cannot go on autopilot inside the octagon with this guy.
Very, very true. You cannot. You got to be attentive. You got to be focused. Pay attention to the details. But you also have to let your punches fly and be confident and believe in yourself, or you will suffer the consequences. And right now is a beautiful slip right hook.
Fantastic work. I love UFC Turkey inside the pocket. Those strikes are fast. They are powerful. And typically, right, he's very defensively cognizant. There's not a lot of return. He's got the guard up. He's backing outside of that pocket. It's difficult to hit him. But, again, when Kamapulia does connect, it is quite significant.
It is. Yeah, it is. And one thing that I think that UFC Turkey is doing a phenomenal job in is he's letting Kama come into his range, and then he's attacking like right there. Uh-oh, this is really dangerous, but there's the response from Kama. Oh!
Kamapulia War absolutely slaughtered in that finishing sequence. UFC Turkey with a highlight for the ages. Alexander the Great Volkanovski just snuffs out Conor McGregor.
Oh, man, that was a big punch right there. Let's see the replay. Slips that right uppercut of Kama and just delivers the power bomb right under the chin to Kama's dome. Conor McGregor out cold. Oh no, that gives me bad memories of that Dustin Poirier fight. Damn it.
That's when you hit the night-night button. You just get deactivated right there. What a finish from UFC Turkey. And I love what he did through the majority of that fight. He fought so well off the back foot. He let Kamapulia come into his range and then answered with strikes. That finishing sequence, exactly that. Pivoted out, slipped, and then hooked. And that was it. UFC Turkey advances to 3-1 in the ESFL. Massive bounce-back win for him. Kamapulia War now 2-3. Tough loss, but again, respectable performance. He knocked down UFC Turkey. He was hurting him in several exchanges. I think that a lot of guys on this card at ESFL 132, both winners and losers are winning, in my opinion, Rob.
Not a lot of stock being lost, and UFC Turkey was dealing with a very motivated, dangerous, confident Kamapulia, putting a lot of pressure with Conor McGregor. But what I saw UFC Turkey doing in there that was so impressive was he was allowing Kama to come into his range, and when he knew he was going to be inside where you can land with the shorter arms of Volkanovski. He was landing those nasty spinning techniques, and those are hard to deal with. You know, the spinning technique, especially combo with the overhand, and then that beautiful slip at the end. I mean, he just did a great job of attacking when he needed to, and being very efficient with his range, and allowing Kama to come into the power of the young Volkanovski player, UFC Turkey, who is looking phenomenal tonight and entering into that top 10 powerhouse rankings in the PS side.
I will say, what's so interesting, right? That spinning back fist, Kamapulia War had the guard up, and it still stunned him. That shows the power that Volkanovski possesses, and especially with a killer like UFC Turkey, not what you want to see. But talking about killers, Rob, it's time for not the co-main event, but the co-main event of the evening. Dan Freeman, the number 4 ranked creative fighter, dedicated, top 5 in the ESFL. I mean, this guy's got, you know, confidence for days. He is his own biggest believer, but he's taken on an absolute killer in the number 7 ranked Killers in Action, Ea Notorious, 2-1 on his own right, 2-fight win streak, looking to take out the best calf in the world. Rob, what do you make of this matchup?
Oh, this is going to be a sick matchup right now. You know, Daniel the Freeman uses these creative fighters, and sometimes when you're not too used to the creative fighters as an opponent facing a creative fighter, it can throw you off a little bit. You know, I actually don't really know a lot about these creative fighters. I ain't gonna lie. I usually stick with the UFC guys, but for Daniel the Freeman to utilize these guys, it's so intriguing, and he's done such a good job, and he's at this point in his career where he's almost, you know, getting to this contendership. But he's got KIA Notorious, and he's locking in Robert Whitaker, and we know how dangerous Robert the Whitaker can be.
I love Robert or Whitaker. But Dan Freeman, right, he was formerly undefeated, was 3-0, comes off a dominant win over pressure, and I really enjoy it. It mixes it up. It makes events like this so fresh, because creative fighters is just not something you see, and for him to do it so well, you know, he's self-proclaimed best in the world. I don't see a better one, Rob. I can't see a better calf player in my opinion.
Hey, he's the best calf player in the world right now, and that's facts.
Ooh. No touch of gloves. You can see Dan Freeman shoot to the takedown early. We'll say balanced top dog approach, so he does want to get in that top mount position and work that grappling. Balanced is a great archetype, in my opinion, for creative fighters, right? You've got your kickboxers, you've got your boxers, but balance gives you the best of both worlds. Not a lot of power, but a lot of speed and a lot of versatility, Rob.
There you go. You're educating me, man. And with that speed and versatility, he's able to try to keep up, but there's the catch, and this is where he's going to take the back and get a huge slam on the mat.
One-way ticket to Suplex City. KIA Notorious rode the Greyhound right to the mat.
Yeah, and that was a cheap bus ticket. I mean, it didn't cost him too much. You know what I'm saying?
Cost him just a little bit of stamina, I think.
Just a little bit.
Dan Freeman now in this full guard position. Good job from Notorious to regain that, but Freeman so active, right, with the strikes, peppering, and now ground and pound upstairs.
Beautiful stuff. He's going to go ahead and try to maintain control. He's going to try to find a position to do some damage here. And right now he's just faking left, faking right, trying to get him to flick. And the bottom guy is flicking. You see the bar at the top blinking in the Red's favor, but he just still sticks with this position.
Dan Freeman, a cerebral fighter, so high IQ, he needs to be, right? Because every time he fights, he's operating at a statistical deficit, in my opinion, right? The abilities are just not that stacked for creative fighters, and especially against one of the best 185ers on the roster, Robert Whitaker. You got to fight smart. You can't fight hard.
Yeah, you got to definitely, flow like a river with, medium and large salmon if you're a New World player, and just catch those fish with a fishing pole and deliver them and get some gold. And right now he's banking because he's on top and he's making great decisions.
What about the small salmon, Rob? Medium and
throw
large
those away.
is great. You don't want the small salmon? I think all salmon deserve to.
We turned small salmon into sushi.
Beautiful work from the creative fighter through 3.5 minutes. 90 seconds remain in this first round, and it has been all Dan Freeman. And that's what you want, right? If you're a top 5 ESFL competitor, you got to prove it. You got to make statements. And this domination through the first round is what, proves that he's supposed to be here.
For sure. He's got the grappling. He's got the control. But he hasn't really done too much damage. And there's the flick from the bottom. There's the counter. And now the tables have turned. Now Notorious can pay back all that time lost. If he can do a flurry, if he can get some ground and pound, if he can get a submission, but it's a little too late. Ooh.
Let's stand, which makes sense to me, right? Dan Freeman's notched 4 minutes of control time. Might as well try to bring him upstairs for a couple exchanges on the feet. Maybe get a rock potentially. Who knows? KIA Notorious definitely has to make some adjustments, though, in this second set of 5 minutes.
The adjustments definitely need to be made because he can't spend the whole fight on his back like that. Definitely a round for Daniel the Freeman. But the good thing about Notorious is, he was able to get back to his feet. He was able to, stand back up. And sometimes you could steal the round. Ooh, there's a nice uppercut as well. Sometimes, you could steal the round in those last 20 seconds, but unable to do it that time. This second round, Bane, what do you think that, what do you think that he needs to do to stay on his feet?
Camp that LTRT, right? Make sure that Dan Freeman has no success getting him down to the mat and work the combinations to the body. I think if you wear out Dan Freeman, if you expire his cardio, it's going to affect the rest of his game plan. He's going to be completely compromised. And so I think what we're going to see from Ken is a lot of shots to deliver, a lot of jabs upstairs, try to establish it, and then just work out the body. But Dan Freeman coming out swinging.
Oh! Coming out swinging and pays the ultimate price. And that is a right hook from Whitaker right to the face and sits him down.
The Reaper looking to snatch another body. Dan Freeman, though, gets the judo throw over the hip. Whitaker pops back up, though. KIA Notorious improving on the takedown defense.
And that is what you need to do right there. You get a big rock, big knockdown, a huge, the biggest moment in the fight right there for Notorious. And then right after that, you get a takedown denial, and that is a lot of momentum swinging in the favor. Now Daniel Freeman on his back foot, trying to search his beautiful, high, intelligent mind for something to slow down the Notorious one.
You can clearly see those gears are turning, but Notorious is simply flowing. So many strikes from Whitaker connecting onto Dan Freeman. He's doing a good job of hiding behind the forearms and letting that block take most of it, but they're definitely sliding through. Massive takedown for KIA Notorious, though.
Daniel eating a taste of his own medicine. Notorious slams him on his back with a lot of time on the clock. And with Whitaker, you have good top game. You have good ground and pound. And you can do some dirty work here. But he's going to go ahead and just stand right back up.
Makes sense to me. He's piecing Dan up in these striking exchanges. Freeman just a step behind on the feet, but doing so good to work the jab. You can see every time he is landing, it is causing a blink on the head of Whitaker.
Damage from this creative fighter is incredible. I mean, like you said, every time he lands, it's a substantial amount of head health lost. And Notorious is actually losing in that damage battle, and he's got to be careful.
Oh! Wrong time to move your head. Notorious clips him with the right hand.
Coming forward.
That's what I like about Dan Freeman on the feet. It's just fundamentals, right? It's just fundamentals. He sticks to the basics and he makes it work. And there's that gamesmanship. A lot of people do not like Dan Freeman. And
really?
There's a big reason why. He's confident, but he backs it up. Whitaker now stumbling. Notorious clinched up in this position. Freeman is just closing in like a tsunami.
Yeah, and it seems like Notorious forgot his floaty because that tsunami is consuming him.
Somebody toss a life preserver to K. Notorious can't have him drowning. Under 60 seconds remain in this second round, and Dan Freeman hanging in there and making the most of it. But I will say, once again, that cardio is not really there for Dan Freeman as this fight continues.
It's not there. He is losing that battle. And Notorious is now coming forward. Nice little sidestep there. Lands that left hook. Back into the clinch they go. He frames down Bane. He's going to try to land some knees. Oh, but good defense by Notorious.
Not a lot of those shots got through. That rear uppercut almost connected for the Australian. Under 10 seconds remaining. These guys are swinging to conclude the second round. Man, what a fight.
Great fight. A lot of momentum shifts. And, it seems like Notorious is Robert the Reaper Whitaker. His punches just aren't doing the same amount of damage that Daniel's creative fighter is doing. I mean, this guy, what is a balanced top dog? Is that his? I mean, this guy's sick.
Someone
got power.
Stats, because that doesn't seem right. The Reaper is a bit down on so many different equations, but he can end it at any time. Dan Freeman potentially up 2 rounds, in my opinion.
I would agree, and he's going to go ahead and catch that leg, break off, land a few shots, and instead of taking him down, he does some damage with the hands, mixing it up.
That's what K Notorious needs to do. Another taunt from Dan Freeman.
He's trying to get in the head of Notorious right now, but Notorious ain't buying it. maybe pissing him off a little bit. He's coming forward, lands some shots. There's the takedown by Dan Freeman, this time unable to defend.
Keeps him down. Bad news for Notorious. It's in the side control, right? Transitions out a little bit, but some elbows landing on the right side of the dome of Whitaker.
Hell no to the hellbow. That's what we need to hear right now from the cheerleaders of Notorious, the KIA members, because right now he is in some trouble. He needs to get back to his feet. He has a lot of time on the clock, man. Can he do it?
Looking at the Twitch chat, you can see Moroccan Lion, another CAF player, urging on his fellow creative fighter member Dan Freeman. Love to see that support. Big denial, though, from KIA Notorious.
Beautiful denial, then lands a few short shots. Oh, he's pointing to the ground. He wants to swing, and Notorious is giving him what he's asking for, but it is Daniel who's backing up here.
Dan Freeman, right, taunting, but eating a lot of shots as well. You gotta mind the P's and Q's.
Woo!
The eyes cross the T's on the feet. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain, and Dan Freeman eating a lot of shots from Notorious.
He is, and Notorious is mixing it up too, straight to the body. You see the redness. Oh, but the clip from Daniel.
Dan Freeman, not really. Oh, man.
You better hope he doesn't get knocked out. He's talking a lot of smack in there.
Dan Freeman, crisp combination. You can see Notorious trying to answer, but Dan Freeman's footwork just too good out of the pocket when Notorious tries to turn.
It is good, but he's eating a lot of damage right now, and Daniel very much investing into only the head. Oh, clips him with the straight punch.
Dan Freeman pushing forward.
Oh, here comes Notorious, though, doing damage, picking up Daniel.
I do not like how Dan Freeman exited.
Oh, double jab.
Double jab to get the stop. Dan Freeman.
Oh, man, oh, my goodness, clips him again. Daniel Freeman could finish the fight here.
Right here, right now, Dan Freeman follows to the ground. Notorious back up now. Freeman in top mount, raining down a barrage of strikes. KIA Notorious is cold.
Bang, bang, bang! Donkey Kong'd his ass. Let's go. Daniel the Freeman gets the takedown, gets the late assault on the feet, and finishes the fight in full mount. Woo! Daniel Freeman is the real deal, the creative fighter legend.
4-1 in the ESFL. The number 4 ranked Dan Freeman making statements every time he steps in the octagon. Beautiful work tonight. Knocks down Notorious, follows him down to finish. And I was going to mention, it seemed that when he stunned KIA Notorious, I don't want to say there was a hesitation, but it seemed that he was choosing to not really follow up as much as he could, right? He'd stun him, pop one or two more, and then step back that time, went into the pocket, pulled him down, got him done. Fantastic work from Dan Freeman. And look, it's hard to deny this guy, Rob. The best calf in the world. He keeps proving it over and over.
He keeps reminding us. I mean, he's ranked number 4 now with the win over the dangerous ranked number 7 KI Notorious. That puts him 4-1. And with that sort of resume, I mean, it's hard to deny this man a possible contender, eliminator, or maybe even a title shot. We'll see what they give him. But, I mean, yeah, very impressive. Cool, calm, and collected. Even a little cocky at the end there with the taunting. And you got to love to see a little passion out there. I love it. The mental games. Woo! I love this game so much. And I love commentating this with you, Ben. I'm having a blast, everybody. Hope you guys are also having a good time. Because next, we got the co-main event. And who's on that co-main event, Ben? Tell the people.
Number 6 ranked undefeated Kratos MMA, calling out the vintage, the educated, the masterful number 5 ranked Ed Parker. Each guy's notched 2 wins this season, has never felt defeat. Rob, that's about to change.
It damn well might. Someone's zero's got to go. Kratos MMA calling out the legend Ed Parker. Ed Parker, the quicksand, in my opinion. He delivers so well at a high level, just eliminating the stamina, just melting his opponents, and now he's even more better, improved in the grappling department, so well behind that jab, elite sense of range. Ed Parker is one of the Dons, one of the OGs of the game, and now on another run, reinvigorated, re-energized, and that's Kratos MMA, cocky, trying to call out this man, rank 6, rate 5, it's about to collide right now, one of the greatest co-main events in the history of the Esports Fight League. Let's get it!
This is the one time where I'm happy to see a mirror match. Attributes are equal across all stages. This is a skill for skill battle. Kratos MMA, fueled by fire, wants to prove that he belongs at the top of this landscape competitively if he beats Ed Parker in convincing fashion with the same fighter that Ed Parker's using. Rob, it is difficult to deny him.
It is. It is extremely difficult to deny him. And one thing that Ed Parker needs to do is he needs to prove himself here. You know, he's always gotten to these, you know, big fights, and then he just, you know, something happens, something falters, and this is his moment to let everybody know that he is the man that everyone says he is. He is the Ed Parker, the quicksand, but Kratos MMA, a newcomer a little bit, and he's ready to make a statement here too and steal the shine of the Ed Parker, the legendary Ed Parker.
Ed Parker in the white trunks with the red gloves, Kratos MMA in the black trunks with red trim.
And Rob Font, just my absolute favorite pick in this whole game. The range, the boxing, the speed, the power. I mean, he's got everything, and we're really going to see what happens here. You know, Ed Parker, gets knocked down by Kratos.
Bit of a slip right there, courtesy of a leg kick from Kratos MMA. I believe that this one at 135 is going to be determined by who establishes their jab first. Who gets that piston-like jab of Rob Font established, and it seems that Kratos MMA doing better work through the first minute and a half.
Sometimes Ed Parker takes that first round to really study his opponent and slows a little bit down, but you know, right now Kratos is really taking advantage of that and landing the better shots early.
Old guard versus new guard. Ed Parker has to prove time and time again that he can hang with this newer generation of players. Kratos MMA wants to send his grandpa packing practically.
Yes, sir. And right now Kratos MMA is just doing what he needs to do in pressuring Ed Parker and keeping him at range and not allowing him to get inside his comfortable game plan, which is his teeps, his side kicks, and there's a beautiful sidestep right there by Kratos to stop the Ed Parker hustle.
The footwork of Kratos is really impressing me through 3 minutes. You can see Ed Parker just a step behind, right? And I think that's intentional. I don't think it's necessarily outmatched, but he's just taking his time. He's warming his way into this fight, but strong start for Kratos MMA. You don't want to see, right? He could overwhelm him. Ed Parker may not be able to switch into that next gear.
Definitely not. Ed Parker does not like what's going on right now. I mean, yeah, he likes to keep the fight slow at the beginning and download his opponent's game plan, but he doesn't like to get punched this much. He doesn't like to get hit to the body. He doesn't like his leg to eat damage. I mean, he's getting beat up right now.
Both gentlemen undefeated in this season of the ESFL. You have to think, right? If you lose that against either of these guys, not really a stock being lost, but you're no longer undefeated. You can't say it anymore.
Right, and that's something that... Oh my goodness! Uppercut lands! And Ed Parker in a lot of trouble right now. Kratos trying to find his mark, being patient. Ed Parker really moving his head well here, trying to alleviate the onslaught that is Kratos MMA.
Beautiful, masterful work by both guys. Yeah, that head movement of Ed Parker got Kratos guessing, but Kratos so patient and composed, just pop-shotting basically, finding the hooks, finding a couple jabs, and that continual damage. I mean, Ed Parker, I've never seen him take so much damage in one round.
Oh man, Kratos is really beating him up here. I mean, a huge round for Kratos MMA. Ed Parker really having no success at all in that round. And usually this is the round here where we'll see Ed Parker start to heat up. About the middle of round number 2 is where he starts really piecing and picking his opponent apart. Now, he has a full gas tank right now. Still has some, head health. He has durability, so we'll see how he adjusts here.
So, there's no belt on the line necessarily for any fight on this card, but man, this does feel like a main event, like a title fight, Rob.
Oh, no doubt. Ed Parker is just one of those fighters that's must watch. And Kratos, with that call out, I mean, this is a grudge match right now. This is huge. Huge for both of these guys' career. Ugh.
Devastating. Big side kick right there for Kratos MMA. Kind of taking Ed Parker's game plan, using it against him. Wow. Look at the disparity. 41 strikes to 19.
Yeah, Kratos doing a beautiful job. And now we're seeing Ed Parker standing a little bit closer, trying to put on that pressure, trying to fight a little bit more in the phone booth, but Kratos just looking so damn good right now.
That block for Ed Parker is devastated. It's been broken. It's been brutalized. And one big thing about Ed Parker that we know through his history of these UFC games is how he likes to fight behind that jab. And like I mentioned in round 1, this fight really is going to be determined by who establishes it first. And Kratos MMA, just a much better job at working that lead hand.
Man, that was close. A beautiful block, or excuse me, a beautiful duck right there, and Ed Parker just a little out of the range of that left hook. And now Kratos really, really down bad on that stamina. And Ed Parker is just really struggling with the teep kicks and finding his mark with them. And usually he's a lot more accurate, but because Kratos is staying out of range, using his footwork and also sidestepping him, he's kind of shutting him down. And that uppercut is money for Kratos.
Ed Parker
right there.
Trying to sit behind. Once again, swallows that uppercut like a fat boy.
You see those sidesteps, Bane? Those are beautiful. Ow!
Stuns Ed Parker.
Oh my goodness, Kratos MMA looking sensational right now, gaining a lot of fans in the audience right now, and I'm starting to learn that Kratos is the real deal, but he has a long way to go still yet.
90 seconds remain, but the stamina for Kratos MMA is definitely concerning as this fight progresses. Ed Parker will be the fresher fighter, has more pop in those punches, but the durability of Ed Parker, he's such a hard guy to put away, but man, 2 big stuns in the first 10 minutes, that's a lot to come back from.
It really is a lot to come back from, but if anyone could do it, Ed Parker can, and now you're going to see most likely the momentum start to shift a little bit later than Ed Parker would like, but you know, this is what he does to his opponents. He gasses them out, usually not in this way though where he's taking so much damage. Kratos has done a sensational job at really picking apart Ed Parker throughout these first 2 rounds, but Ed Parker still has round number 3. But look at that head health, Bane. Just
popped his head right back. You could see the eyes of Ed Parker went to the ceiling momentarily. This second round has been all Kratos MMA. And
yeah,
big front kick.
Huge front kick. And yeah, first 2 rounds going to Kratos MMA. Now Ed Parker needs a knockout. Kratos is going to get a nice little gas tank replenishment there, getting on the stool, getting a breather. But look at the stamina of Ed Parker. He's going to have a full onslaught of combinations, powerful, and it's going to be interesting how this fight plays out. Oh, a beautiful sidestep.
And that's been money for Kratos this entire fight. The footwork is on point, career best for him. And that's just shutting down avenues for Ed Parker to get back in this fight. Those sidesteps are critical for him to start his game plan. And if he can't get those going, the game plan doesn't get implemented.
Perfectly said. Yeah, those teep kicks, those side kicks, that's something Ed Parker relies on to do body shots or to do accumulation on the body to back up your opponent to get the range he needs. And when he misses one, it's not only a miss, but it's a damaging shot that he eats. And right now, Ed Parker is unloading.
A lot more volume in this third and final round from Ed Parker. He's been tentative. He's been at times hesitant through 12 minutes, but man, final.
Oh! Kratos with a big shot, though.
Kratos backing up Ed Parker. Ed Parker, though, knows he needs to come forward. He knows he needs a stoppage to hold on to the undefeated record. He cannot give up this fight against the newer generation. He has to prove he's still one of the best to do it.
He's got 3 minutes to do so, and Kratos has already done his job burying half of Ed Parker in the grave because that head health is so low. Even one nice punch from Kratos could, turn the tables in this exchange right now. But Ed Parker, with that stamina advantage, Bane has a chance. He has an opportunity, but no, again gets clipped.
Kratos MMA doing to Ed Parker what Ed Parker historically has done to others. Takedown for Kratos. This is just terrible for Ed Parker. He is getting shut out in every department. Massive elbow lands the ground. 2 minutes remain in this fight, and Kratos MMA has this in the bag, in my opinion.
Oh my God, but watch out. Ed Parker on the assault again, gets that momentum exchange, or momentum sweep, and now he's gonna stand up. He's got him against the cage too, and this is where it can get bad, Bane.
90 seconds, and Parker needs to make some magic happen. Dig deep into that box of tricks that I know he's got, but the durability is no longer on his side. One more flip straight slip hook could be lights out for the former great all-time GOAT.
We're gonna see what Ed Parker's made of right now. This is where, where history is made right now. He's pushing the pressure. Kratos in survival mode, and Ed Parker just throwing the hands right now, trying to be safe though because his head health is so low, Bane. But this is getting close. You saw Kratos trying to get that takedown.
You have to go for broke at this level. You gotta remain undefeated to progress. Parker once again stunned.
Kratos again laying that uppercut. He's landed throughout the fight. Goes for the takedown. A little bit out of range. Ed Parker with 15 seconds left to get this knockout. Kratos throwing bombs right now, trying to fight off the Ed Parker. Oh!
Kratos is just minding.
Bang!
Oh. Wow! What a one-way traffic performance this was. Something that I don't think anybody ever expected. Ed Parker gets shut out at his own game. Kratos MMA, one of the only guys to call this guy out, the boogeyman of the ESFL, and just dominates him through 15 minutes. Talk about a performance that we're going to be talking about for a while, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, that was just so impressive against the new uprising of the Ed Parker, fan base, the Ed Parker sensation. I mean, he was coming in 2-0, and Kratos called him out, and he just delivered on all the check boxes. I mean, this guy just completely and totally just took out Ed Parker in every way.
Referencing the official betting line, 91% of the people betting thought Ed Parker was going to get it done. I myself believe that Ed Parker was probably going to have a much better showing. Only 9% thought Kratos could do it. 50,000 channel points gone just like that, Rob.
Oh my goodness. The upset is real, and yeah, now Kratos MMA ranked number 6 with a huge win over a legend in Ed Parker, 3-0 now. And he believed in himself. He said earlier he thought he had what it took to beat the legend, and he did it. Ed Parker was able to gas him out, Bane, but man,
I can't recall a time that anyone's done that to Ed Parker. I mean, anytime I've seen Ed lose, it's a competitive back and forth where he gets clipped, but that was just a dominating performance. Ed had a few moments, but the activity was not there. We talked about how he does take time to make the reads, but I think the next time we see Ed Parker, he's going to have more urgency right from the get-go. But Rob, it's about that time that we get to the main event of ESFL 132. The former double champion, now #1 contender, Zyaf, the young prodigy, takes on the #2 contender, SpilActionzz, who has a lot to prove tonight, Rob.
he does. The young prodigy, the former most dominant champion out of that notorious dark team. After losing both of his titles back-to-back, he was able to bounce back last week or a week previous against heavy hands in the Xbox scene, who was undefeated, who was insane, it was sensational, and he gets that win to get back to the title picture. Now he's on the PS side, and now he has a huge test in front of him. The teammate of the champion, Easy, his boy, SpilActionzz, who possesses all the same tools, Bane, looking to make a title run of his own after a dominant performance over BMF Stoyan on the last card. Now these two match up and collide in the main event of the evening. 5-minute rounds. CW versus Zyaf versus SpilActionzz. Here we go.
We've got Jorge Game-Bred Masvidal on one side, Leon Rocky Edwards on the other. Britain versus Miami in the main event. Both gentlemen, Masvidal's orthodox, Edwards southpaw. So a lot of different tools at Zyaf's sort of ability right here.
Zyaf is so good with Leon Edwards. I mean, he's got so many different things, so many different tools that he can utilize and bring out in a fight. But SpilActionzz, I'm sure he is extremely deadly with the Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, quick start for the former double champion. You can see Zyaf working the body, working the downstairs, wants to drain the cardio of SpilActionzz. He knows how dangerous Actions is. He's got to neutralize his ability to throw those strikes.
Yeah, I would very much guesstimate here that Zyaf, oh my goodness! I was going to say he's going to get the takedown, but he just unloaded a beautiful combination and rocked SpilActionzz on the feet.
This, again, is the first of 5, potentially. Not what you want if you're SpilActionzz already meeting the canvas.
No, that's not what you want. That's surprising for SpilActionzz. A decorated striker, multiple-time competitor in the Muay Thai 80X that ESFL provides us with. And for Zyaf to possess so many different tools, he's just such a dangerous competitor to go against.
Prodigy, man. Anthony Romero's own has soaked up all that his coach has given him and has implemented it to great and fantastic status, achieving things that nobody else has achieved in this competitive landscape. But, oh!
Careful, though. Here comes SpilActionzz now. Lands a beautiful combination and rocks Zyaf back. Doesn't get the knockdown, but definitely earning the respect.
He's got his name. He's got his number, potentially. Each guy landing strikes. And that's the thing. SpilActionzz has such crisp boxing. It's so tight. It's so fundamental that if you get out of focus for just a moment, he'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. And you got to be careful in there at all times. And oh, my goodness. What an uppercut by Zyaf. Just Spill runs right into it, and Zyaf is eating him up on the feet with Jorge Masvidal. It's crazy.
Masvidal not able to do what that kickboxer typically does, partially because this pressure has all come from Zyaf. He's been the aggressor. He's been the one moving forward, dictating the pace. SpilActionzz fighting on the back foot, not really what you want with game bred.
Oh my goodness, the way that Zyaf block counters that straight with a lead uppercut and then combos off of it is just, I'm stealing that. Beautiful stuff by Zyaf. The young prodigy just getting better and better. Motivation is not an issue for this young man.
And that's the thing. When you are the double champ, when you are so accredited, losing all of that, it only maximizes and multiplies your drive to get back to the top of the hill. Massive knees from Edwards.
Yeah, you're seeing an even more calculated, dangerous version right now of Zyaf. Really in control of this fight completely, in my opinion. Good leg checks. You know, SpilActionzz is still in it, though. It's just a beautiful first round so far from Zyaf. Even though he got knocked down early. Could be Spill's round, Bane. What do you think?
I definitely think that knockdown might notch it for Zyaf.
Right,
Spill meeting the mat. He did rock Zyaf, but you look at the stats: 18 significant strikes for the former double champion to 11 of the number 2 contender. First round, in my opinion, goes to that blue corner, but we've got 4 more potentially. And SpilActionzz definitely has heavy hands. When he connects, it is a problem for Zyaf.
Definitely is. It definitely is. He does have very good striking technique, and you saw them both bowing down, giving each other respect. They know what's at stake here. They know the talent that's across from them, and another rock from Zyaf, and SpilActionzz is his head health is starting to dwindle a little bit.
This is getting kind of dire for SpilActionzz. He needs to be much more defensively cognizant because that head health, if you're standing and trading in the phone. Oh! Zyaf stunned! Zyaf backing up! Zyaf down!
Zyaf is getting hurt! Zyaf is getting pushed back against the cage. SpilActionzz trying to get that takedown, unable to.
Interesting decisions from SpilActionzz to try to go for that judo throw. Would think he'd want to just break and then continue the striking, but either way, we're still in this striking department. Great lead leg kick into a body kick from Masvidal.
And that combination is clean. I love that. And right now, you're seeing another exchange in the middle of the octagon here, and Zyaf has just done some sensational work right now, but SpilActionzz with the last rock, and he's starting to get some confidence as well.
The momentum is absolutely even.
Bang, bang, bang! Oh my goodness!
Stunned!
Zyaf's in trouble. He's on wobbly legs. Here comes SpilActionzz throwing down. Zyaf trying to react.
Zyaf is getting hurt bad here. He's retreating. He's trying to back up, but SpilActionzz not giving him any space. Zyaf's head health is blinking, but he's SpilActionzz!
Oh my God!
That is it! Zyaf with a spinning wheel kick for the ages knocks out SpilActionzz.
And that's what makes Zyaf so freaking dangerous, is he has the ability in the fire to throw out that sort of technique, knowing that it's going to be the kill shot. Zyaf is so good at throwing the lights out shot, the kill shot, the one that Conor McGregor told Steven Adams in the interview. He's the fat cat. He throws kill shots. Young Zyaf, the young prodigy, is on his way back to a title shot. Bane!
Wow, I mean, what more can you say? Picture perfect finish. Not a strike he had thrown through 13 minutes. Just came out of nowhere. SpilActionzz, none the wiser, catches it on the chin and goes to sleep. Man, the former double champion now advancing to 7-2, re-solidifying himself as the #1 contender. And I have to imagine that dark team is going to get another title shot courtesy of the young prodigy very, very soon. SpilActionzz had a great showing of himself. Right now moving to 3-2 overall, but stunned Zyaf on multiple occasions, dropped him even. I mean, that was an even fight for several minutes of it, but Zyaf just capitalizes on those moments greatly, Rob.
He does, and that was a tough, every single fight that Zyaf is in that I can remember in the recent weeks of the season, he's fighting the best of the best on both Xbox and PS. I mean, if you don't respect this kid, what the are you doing? Because this guy is, dude, he's the most dominant champion on both consoles, and then he loses he loses both belts, and then he comes back, not with an immediate rematch, but he has to fight 2 hungry contenders, beats heavy hands, and now takes out the teammate of the current champion. I mean, the storylines are just illuminating before our eyes right now, Bane.
Statements are made. I mean, you're talking about storylines. That's a book that I would love to read. But I do have to say, that is the end of ESFL 132. Rob, this was a fantastic event to call with you. Anything you got to say before we leave?
I'm going to say I love everybody. Stay up. EA Sports UFC 4 is lit. Can't wait for UFC 5. Can't wait for ESBC. Bane, I love you. Fekit, you're the best. Chat, always have a good time with you. Until next time, this was the Esports Fight League.
We'll say one thing really quick before we go. ESFL 133 coming at you next week. You've got some great matchups on that one. Gamp versus Blake Tyler. Fadinator versus EK Harambe in the co-main event. Do not miss that Saturday, November 27th. EK Dino making a appearance on that card. Flow State Killer Ricardo also back in action. T4H Holloway making an appearance on the feature prelim. That one's going to be a banger. Make sure you don't miss it.
Damn right. See you soon. Take care. Feliz Navidad!
And fast, already try. Oh, beautiful counter to the takedown. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A disadvantage to Zyaf, but then he.
Waiting too much on Trixie. Nice shooting, good turning.
Watching on Twitch, watching on YouTube, watching from around the world tonight. I know the UFC isn't on right now, but guess what? The virtual octagon is here.